Music, talk, inspiration, in perspective. Express yourself. Good morning, my neighbor. City FM, your station. It's a refreshing lifestyle. City FM, 97.3.
Minutes past 6, 97.3 Citi FM.
When you love me, sure.
Welcome to the Citi Breakfast Show.
All your cares away.
It's the Wednesday edition. Today is the 10th of May.
And you see the beauty all around and in yourself. And it will help.
Starting off a business sense brought to you by ADB. If you have a personal loan with us, you can get a better deal with a reduced interest rate and extended repayment period and maintain your existing repayment amount
when the troubles come
with our special personal loan top app product.
You
call us on 059-384-4898. The number again, 059-384-4898. Or visit any of our branches nationwide. ADB truly are Greek and more.
See the beauty all around and in yourself, and it will help you feel okay.
Business sense this morning. Knowledge is not just the accumulation of facts. It is the track record of deeds. Knowledge is not the accumulation of facts. It's a track record of deeds. So my point is, if you can't do it, you don't know it, right? So you can read about something. So how do you host a morning show? You come on air, you open the mic, you play music, you talk. Well, that's theory. You actually have to do it. And the knowledge you get from doing is what makes you a master. That's how you gain mastery. You don't gain mastery just by studying something, reading about something, or thinking about something. You gain mastery by actually doing it. So for the past 20 years, every morning, Monday to Friday, I'm on the radio, I'm talking. So I've learned how to do it. Because there are certain lessons you can only learn by doing. Now, winners are not just people who know how to win. They are people who practice to win. So it's not enough to read or hear or learn. You need to do. You need to be a doer. So if you can't do it, you don't know it. So your greatest learnings are in the places of your greatest practice. Your greatest learning is in the area of your greatest practice. So I don't know what you're practicing every day, but that's what you're learning. Because at the end of the day, it becomes muscle memory. You do it without thinking. I don't think a lot about what I want to say or what I do because I've done it for so long. So develop a track record of practice that will make you a true master in the area of your profession. Business Sense brought to you by ADB. Truly agric and more.
Meet Mr. Ansah. He prefers to receive money from his friends and loved ones through the Agricultural Development Bank's remittance services, and his reason is simple.
Oh, for me, my brother lives overseas and he often sends me money. I can access it at any ADB branch nationwide, and what he sends is exactly what I receive. No wahala.
Is that why you prefer ADB's remittance services?
Of course. Well, whether it is Western Union, MoneyGram, ZPay Instant Money, Unity Link, Real Money Transfer, or Transfast, receiving my money through ADB's remittance services is guaranteed. And with some of these services, you can receive the money directly into your ADB account. Do you know what the best part is?
Share with us.
You see, during this Ramadan, Easter and Eid al-Fitr, I'll be receiving money transfers. But I'm not worried because I can receive it at any ADB branch or selected branches on Saturdays and holidays. So my brother, you see, if you go somewhere else and you don't receive payment on time, all I can say is, Woko, yeah, gay.
Visit any of ADB's 87 networked branches nationwide, whether you are a customer or not, for the best in remittance services. ADB, truly agric and more.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Hope when people discourage you. Tina Turner bringing time to 6:32. Hoping that this is fueling your morning drive as you get ready to make a difference, to take on the world, to resist negativity, and to add more laurels to your already great accomplishments. Starting off with the newspaper review, we're getting into the headlines shortly. Then we have business news and sports. Today we will know the top 3 entrants in our Portrait of Mama promotion. So much to talk about this morning. Oh yes. Meanwhile, Total Energies is proud to be associated with the newspaper review. Get the specially formulated quartz engine oil with age-resistant technology. A breakthrough innovation ensures your car performs optimally, improves your engine protection against mechanical wear. Choose quartz from Total Energies to keep your engine younger for longer. And I want to welcome Richard Sky, who's wearing his mask every day.
Yeah.
Very consistent in that regard. Welcome, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning, my brother. I'm fine. How
Ready
about you?
for the show?
I like your farmer thought of you.
Yes. Good morning to Godfred as well. How are you doing?
I am doing very well.
Wonderful.
Bernard.
Looking forward to the show.
As always.
As always. So much to do. So much to say.
You know, Ghana, like I said yesterday I said this, Ghana gives me headaches, but Ghana gives so much joy.
I hear you.
And it gives you a new experience every morning.
It's very important.
Ghana gives you a new experience every morning.
You know, yesterday I heard the TUC people say, Choboy, hey. And I was wondering.
Mama Tali.
No, I wonder what Choboy means and where it comes from. I wanted some help. So please help me. Because it's Choboy. Hey.
Yeah, somebody did some fake analysis of the Choboy some time ago. I have to find it for you.
And they said there's one Choboy that Indum did. That was a bit more slangs.
Choboy.
So please, if you know what Choboy, what is this? I want to know. And why they ask hey? Yeah, Choboy. Hey. Yeah, because you know the Nigerians will say we no go green. That's the Choboy. Yeah, Choboy. Hey. Yeah, so Choboy is on Ghanaian Times front page.
Yeah, the question that I'm asking is where have they been all along?
No, this is different. This is in relation to workers who are being victimized and sacked.
Yeah, but we saw that.
No. You choose your own battles.
Okay.
You can also do one man demo. Okay. You haven't done it. So if they are doing their own, don't ask them where have they been. That's not the right question.
Okay, that's okay.
Go and join them.
Okay, I hear. The Ghanaian Times says this morning, unfair dismissal of union leaders. Workers demo against Asoglepa, and they're demanding reinstatement of 3 sacked workers. Also, the GWCL is disconnecting a number of people, and they've gone after Guinness Ghana Limited over 6.7 million Ghana cedi on paid bail.
Meanwhile, Guinness too say they've not been disconnected. But disconnect you. Or say, won't disconnect you.
Still your Guinness.
Charlie, this matter. Yeah.
Also, 7 injured after collapse of 1-story church building at Old Otiano.
So this is the fourth building
going
in
down.
2 weeks.
Yeah, something is wrong.
Luckily, nobody died in this one.
Yeah.
But it was still serious nonetheless.
Yep. Also, pensioner bondholders picket for second day at Finance Ministry. These people are old. Now pay them my money.
Charlie.
Oh. And Major Mahama murder accused denies involvement in lynching.
Front page of the Daily Graphic this morning. They are building up to their graphic dialogue tomorrow. So the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources is featuring heavily on the front page, and he says support value addition drive. NDC primaries, however, 15 constituencies on hold. I'll give you details later. The Asante Hene has secured US scholarships for Ghanaians. Hey, Asante Hene, you're my friend, though. And scientists advocates investment in local seed production. And this is Professor Marian D. Quain, the Deputy Director General for the Council for Scientific and Industrial Research.
Let me take you to the Daily Guide. The big story says NDC presidential polls in limbo. Dufour goes to court. And Dr. Dufour is looking very, very young, with the hair very, dark. Also, 7 injured in church collapse. MPP constituency above verification opens today, and cable thief jailed.
I have
10
to
years.
stop this behavior. The fact that you don't have hair doesn't mean that when somebody's hair is dark, it means something.
Somebody has a full
dark hair, and you are talking about it. Godfrey, going to hell. I don't mind.
Well, the front page also has Dr. Dufour looking quite sprightly on the front page of the paper. Yeah. But they are saying he's shedding tears.
Yeah, this is the Republic Press. Okay.
And then Dufour again says, MPP can sponsor me to destroy my NDC. Ghanaian woman, 31, who helps people with sickle cell stabbed to death.
The London story I told you about 2 days ago.
The UK. Yes. And, Charlie, Republic Press, what is this?
What?
My wife is 31. Sugar daddy professor cries out.
Martin Sky explained this thing yesterday and we all moved on. Why are people doing this?
The New Crusading Guide says this morning, despite COVID-19, Russian-Ukraine war ravaged economy. Now, future should be our greatest focus, according to Dr. Stephen Amoa. And then also, Dufour Eyes court over NDC delegates list.
This matter.
Some other stories on the front page this morning, including one that says, Galamsey fight. Police arrest 2 foreigners. Sub-chief at Achim.
The
front page of
the pictures accompanying that thing they were doing is very serious. It's like they dug a whole gully into the forest.
And they are doing their own thing.
It's serious.
Well, the front page of the Herald also goes to the Major Mahama story. Before it's on the front page of the paper. And Ghana's cocoa production hasn't exceeded Ivory Coast. Claims rubbished by ICCO.
Oh yeah, that's the truth. I mean, it's just
when you analyze the report, was it like did the media house get it wrong, or it was just a misunderstanding of the?
Yeah, so it's how they interpreted it.
Okay.
So in terms of absolute numbers compared to La Côte d'Ivoire, we are nowhere near them.
Okay.
However, if you look at the increases we have seen, percentage compared to what we were doing.
Everybody's growth.
Aha.
Okay, so it's misleading to say we've surpassed Ivory Coast.
Exactly.
I get the point.
Exactly. The final says this morning, ensure the true value of assets. The National Insurance Commission is cautioning against over and under insurance. Also, Akosia Menu leads initiative to unearth basketball talent. ECD.
No, you know the funny thing? Adenta, there's a story on City Newsroom about Adenta.
It's a massive race.
For the NDC, there's Ramadan, Nana Oyelitha, and Linda Awuni. And then for the MPP, Akosia or Kozimeni is also showing their face. So I think I will go and report on Adenta during
I'll follow you.
I want to be assigned to Adenta.
I'll be there with you
to see the dynamic.
To see the skirmishes.
Yes.
Well, Akosia Menu is on the front page of the publisher as well, with her new basketball initiative. And committee condemns lynching of 2 witches. And finally, from me, Bernard, the front page of the BNFT, the future of finance laid bare. Now, cocoa farm gate prices see another reversal. I'll give you details of that later.
Let me go online, citynewsroom.com. A couple of stories of interest. Farmers who vote for me to become MPP's flag bearer. This is a free Akoto. Also, Dufour files injunction application against NDC primaries. Meanwhile, the NDC says we will not postpone the primaries. So we're seeing how that's going to pan out. Jurors in Western Region strike over 13 months unpaid allowances. And construction chamber bemoans collapse of 4 buildings, blames MMDAs. We'll get into this as well. Now, still on politics, corrupt individuals will be punished in my next government. This is Mahama. And then Ashanti Region NDC executives threaten injunction on primaries. And then we're also told that NDC primaries, Linda Awuni, Nana Oye, and Ramadan battle for Adenta. So quite a number of constituency-based stories in there. Now, my journal line is leading with the Dufour story as well. It says that Kwabena Dufour 6 injunction against NDC primaries. And then Attorney General responds to Multimedia's request for information on missing Ghanaian fisheries observer. Sports Ministry, GFA, and NSA marks 22nd anniversary of May 9 disaster. And then my wife is 31 years, and this isn't my 9th marriage. 80-year-old Dominic Phoebe. So that's also of interest to the media houses. Now, if you go to City Business News, players in financial ecosystem have been urged to collaborate to revive the economy. MTN will hold its 2023 AGM on May 30. And TUC demonstrates to demand reinstatement of sacked union executives by Sunon Asogli. BBC's lead story, jury finds Trump sexually abused writer in New York store. And they analyze the fallout from Trump's sexual abuse verdict. So that's something to keep an eye on for those of you in the American side of things. East Africa, Juba waives visa fees for people fleeing the Sudan as more foreigners are fleeing the conflict in Sudan. Let's get into the details. Start with the TUC story.
The TUC story. Okay, then let me go to the
story.
Ghanaian
Choboy.
Choboy, hey.
Then before we come to NDC, Dufour and the primaries in possible limbo.
Yeah, the story on the TUC in the Ghanaian Times is by Ken Apeji from Pune. And he says on page 11 that the Ghana Mine Workers Union, GMWU, supported by the Trade Union Congress, TUC, Ghana, is demanding the reinstatement of the 3 local union leaders who have been dismissed by the Sunon Asogli Power Ghana Limited for joining the union. Clad in red and black attires, members of the union yesterday protested the dismissal of their members following the expiration of the ultimatum given to the company to reinstate the workers. Now, numbering about 600, the members converged on the Mountain Sinai Methodist Church, hoisting placards and inscriptions such as "Enough of the intimidation of workers," "Right, stand up for your rights," "Bring back the 3 dismissed local union leaders of Sunon Asogli Power Limited and stop interfering in the unionization of workers." Now, they marched through the street of Pone amidst singing through to the barricaded area of the Sunon Asogli Power Limited under the guide of the police, but did not enter the premises of the power plant. Now, there, the union described the dismissal of the local chairman, secretary, and assistant secretary as unfair, unlawful, suppressive, and disrespect to the national institutions. If indeed it is the case that these guys were dismissed merely because they joined the union, that will be...
It's a serious story that the TUC is pushing. More on this later. The big story, though, is that Dufour has filed an injunction application against the NDC primaries. That story is on citinewsroom.com. It's in a number of papers as well. And it says NDC flag bearer aspirant Dr. Bernard Avle has filed an interlocutory injunction against the party's upcoming presidential and parliamentary primaries. The party heads to the polls Saturday, May 13 to elect a flag bearer and MPs. But the suit cited by citinewsroom.com is to bar the party, the EC, from holding the primaries pending the production of a complete photo album register. Now, the former finance minister also wants the party to deliver the complete register to him at least 5 weeks ahead of the election. Now, according to the plaintiff, data from only 220 out of 275 constituencies have been verified. An exceptional list of 74,799, he adds, has been created, which cannot be verified because of scanty information. And then he says, for no credible reasons, 3,910 eligible voters at 220 constituencies have been disenfranchised, and his writs read in part. He also makes a point that the photo album put out by the Electoral Directorate of the NDC, the knowledge, consent, and tacit approval of the General Secretary of the party, would compromise the integrity of the election to his detriment. So it's a lot. Now,
how about that story?
I just want to give a reaction. Now, I'm not sure if the reaction that we read came after the injunction, because initially it was like a call for the thing to be postponed.
Yeah, you know, he earlier sent a message, a letter to...
So what I have here is the Deputy General Secretary of the party, Dr. Mr. Mustafa Gbande, who says the party will not postpone the primaries. Now, so what I'm saying is I'm not sure if he was saying this after he had cited the writ.
Okay.
Do you understand my point?
Yes,
so
yes.
Mr. Gbande said the credibility of the 13 May primaries is not questionable, as the campaign team of the former finance minister seems to suggest. In an interview on Eyewitness News, Mr. Gbande said the claims in the letter are untrue. So this is in reaction to the letter.
Okay.
And that reports that the party hasn't provided him a response is incorrect and untrue. So you can respond to a letter in an interview, but when there's a writ, you have to go do something else. A process has been served. So what I'm saying is that as of the time the Eyewitness team interviewed him, he said the party was going to go ahead with the event.
Okay.
Now that the suit has been filed, we will wait to see what the response of the party will be.
Okay, other angles to this with the NDC primaries, 15 constituencies on hold. That's according to the Daily Graphic. The affected constituencies include Akwetia, Ayunsuano, Franklin South, Lower West Achem, all in the Eastern region, Menchia South, Adansia, Sokwa, and Mampo in the Ashanti region, Ayawaso West Wogon, and Ododo in the Greater Accra region, and Amenfi East and Akontombra in the Western and Western North, respectively. Now we go to pages 18 and 19. Spiro Gabra has endorsed former President John Dramani Mahama. And on the MPP side of things, Dr. Uswefri Akoto says Agric holds the key to job creation. Seems to be touting
and you said there were 13 constituencies in Nimbo. There's also another story on citinewsroom.com. NDC executives threaten injunction on primaries in Ashanti. So quite a number of, I just want to give you that as well. Stories by Fatih Aminu Ibrahim. It says the branch executive of the and ward coordinators of the NDC in Menchia South of Ashanti have issued a 48-hour ultimatum to the NDC's National Executive Committee to lift the suspension on the upcoming primaries in the area. This follows the exemption of the Menchia South, Fomena, and Adansia Soka constituencies from participating in the upcoming primaries. Now, the Menchia South constituency was exempted from the primaries because some persons had raised issues regarding the credibility of the election. The aggrieved Menchia South party members have thus threatened to place an injunction on the primaries slated for May 13.
Okay, let's stay with the area of politics, because if you go to page 3 of the Daily Guide, we are told MPP constituency album verification opens today. Vincent Kubi reporting says that the governing New Patriotic Party, NPP, will from May 10, which is today, 2023, begin verification of constituency albums across the country ahead of the 2024 polls. Now, this follows a directive by the National Council of the party at his meeting held on April 3, 2023, and to ensure free, fair, and transparent primaries. Now, the leadership of the party will be coordinating with all the constituency executives and their committees through the regional executive committees to streamline the verification of each constituency.
All right, let's talk about a few things.
Yes, I have a very big story for you on page 13 of the Daily Graphic, and talks about investment in local seed production. And when I read the story, I understand why I think it's a very important story. So a chief research scientist has said the country must stop the importation of seeds and rather invest in local seed production to make Ghana self-sufficient in food production. The Deputy Director General of the Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, Professor Marian D. Quain, who said this, explained that this would enable the country to attain food sufficiency and take it to the next level. I have a couple of quotes for you, Bernard. Listen to this. Just, we've been importing seeds of maize, seeds of tomatoes, and all that we grow, especially hybrid seeds. But if we stop the importation and invest in the production of seeds locally, it will help us. Now, she then goes on to talk about a breeder. She says, Professor Quain, a renowned biotechnologist with expertise in tissue culture, said, although the crop research institute of the council had developed a hybrid tomato, which performed well and even better than the much spoken about Burkina tomato. But due to the lack of funds, the breeder had not been able to produce enough varieties for the whole country. She says, where is the funding to support such a breeder? If you take maize, they've generated hybrid maize, but the funding to produce enough seed for dissemination is what is lacking. If you take crops like yam, plantain, cassava, cocoyam, we are the custodians of these crops. How much money have we dedicated to the research of these crops?
Now, let me just give you an agric-related story. BNFT is still on the cocoa. They are still using the same report, which the Herald is reporting.
The
that
ICCO, yes.
The report doesn't say what they said. It said 2 days ago. But they are saying cocoa farm gate prices see another reversal. Story says the cocoa industry has experienced its second reversal in farm gate prices over the past 5 mid-seasons due to global development, says the March 2023 cocoa market report by the International Cocoa Organization. The report shows that the farm gate price in the US dollar nominal terms have been higher in Ghana than in neighboring Cote d'Ivoire over the past 5 mid-seasons. However, the situation was reversed during the mid-crops for 2021-22 and 22-23 season, mainly due to substantial depreciation of the Ghana cedi against the dollar. Now, for the 2022-23 mid-crop, the Ivorian and Ghanaian regulators have left unchanged the fixed farm gate price at 900 XOF per kg, which is $1,507 per ton, and 12,800 cedis per ton. The report further indicates that the reversal of farm gate prices in Ghana's cocoa industry is largely attributed to the global economic challenge which have affected Ghana's currency, being the depreciation. And of course, the cedi had its worst run in that particular period of review.
Okay, Bernard,
now let's come to the collapsed building.
Yeah, let me take you to the built environment, and then I'll tell you about some other story concerning the Kotoka International Airport, because somebody is accusing the staff there of harassing travelers. Those stories are on page 4 of the Finder newspaper. 7 construction workers have been injured after a church building collapsed on them at Old Botiano in the South Municipality of the Greater Accra region. Now, the entire 3-story auditorium of the Word in Action Church collapsed yesterday morning while construction work was ongoing. According to some eyewitnesses, 7 persons who were working on an extension project of the auditorium heard an unusual noise, but the building collapsed just when they attempted to escape. Now, all the victims were initially rushed to the Botiano Polyclinic, and one of them, who was critically injured, was later transferred to the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Now, the National Disaster Management Organization, NADMO, says it has brought its search for any possible trapped victims to an end. Now, the outfit, however, says it is yet to determine the actual cause of the disaster. But the point
meanwhile, the construction chamber is bemoaning the collapse of these 4 buildings over the past 2 weeks and has blamed MMDAs. Story on City News by Daniel Dromensa says that the Ghana Chamber of Construction Industry is blaming Metropolitan Municipal and District Assemblies for the collapse of 4 ongoing building projects recorded in the country in less than 2 weeks. According to the chamber, the failure of MMDAs to effectively assess the work of land developers who intend to put up buildings caused the buildings to come down. The chamber believes that the recent collapse of the buildings is due to some developers who hired the services of quack engineers to supervise construction works, which makes them cut corners when putting up projects. So I'm sure you will talk about that as the show proceeds.
And Bernard, let me take you back to the Finder, because there's a story here by Emmanuel Edu Jemfi from the Ahafo region that says that Africa Tourism Research Network, a hospitality industry-based civil society organization, has admonished workers of the Kotoka International Airport who engaged in harassing travelers at the premise to stop it. According to the network, the situation had caused embarrassment and disrespect to the country's premium airport and a serious threat to the travel sector's potential to adapt to the country's economic growth. Mr. Emmanuel Frimpong, the president of the Africa Tourism Research Network, said his outfit had received a series of complaints from some travelers who patronize the Kotoka International Airport, and to the extent that some recalcitrant workers have been extorting money from them. Now, in a release to the press on Monday, Mr. Frimpong, who is also a tourism analyst and consultant at Python Consult, said upon a thorough research, it emerged that some of the workers demanded money and other material things from travelers. Now, he stressed that tourism over the years has proven to be a major source of revenue for the country, and that any bad attitude by officials at the airport will be detrimental to the development of the sector. This is an issue too we have to look into, because really sometimes it gets very
begging for money.
Yeah, I mean the way they harass you, Charlie.
Well, the trial of suspects in the Major Mahama trial continues. Details on page 3 of the Herald newspaper, and one of them, Charles Quinin, has denied his active involvement in the lynching of the army officer. The witness was answering questions in a cross-examination by Francis Malenansa, Chief State Attorney. The prosecution insisted that the person in the video with the red t-shirt and a pair of long pants was the accused. When a photo album was handed over to the accused person to identify himself, he could not, indicating that the person in the picture was not him. Back page of the Daily Graphic as well. Two sad stories. Rainstorm has displaced residents of Bimbilla. We have schools that have lost roofing. We have the local radio station. They've lost their mast, and then the Ghana National Fire Service at Bimbilla, they've also lost some property. Then 2 persons accused of witchcraft lynched at Myon. And this is this happened at Zakpalsi, a farming community. The deceased, Safura Imoro, 40, a mother of 7, and Imba Cherefo were said to have been accused of being behind the illness of a woman in the community after her family consulted a soothsayer.
Oh dear.
Anyway,
The soothsayer should be dragged to court. Now, speaking of court, jurors in Western Region are on a strike over 13 months unpaid allowance. Over 50 High Court jurors from the Western Region have embarked on an indefinite strike over 13 months of unpaid allowance. Now, the member of the committee of the group, Jonathan Ofurikara, said efforts to get their allowances paid have not yielded any positive results, hence their decision to stop sitting. Meanwhile, the JUSAC have been invited to NLA for a meeting to resolve their own concerns. This is the national body of judicial service workers.
Yeah. You know, recently those in Accra were also complaining about non-payment of their allowances.
Yes, so the Western guys, they've taken on to a strike. Now, there's this back and forth between Guinness and Ghana Water, which I thought we should bring to you.
Yeah.
Our angle is that there are 2 stories. Ghana Water Company cuts water supply to Guinness, facility at Achimota. We were there with the camera crew when this was happening.
And they were disconnecting the
Yes, now Guinness to say we've not been disconnected.
So how many streams of...
So let me read that. So let's give you the 2, what we saw and then what has been reported. Ghana Water Company has cut water supply to Malta Guinness Company Limited of Achimota and Accra over non-payment of bills. According to the water distributing company, the beverage company is yet to pay 6.7 million cedis water consumption debt. Right? Now, this part of their revenue mobilization exercise to retrieve monies owed by their customers. Now, addressing the media, Regional Chief Manager of Accra East Engineer Emmanuel Johnson said the disconnection of the water supply is to compel the beverage company to pay its outstanding bills. All right. Then, on the same website, Guinness Ghana has dismissed reports that it has been disconnected by Ghana Water Company of alleged debt owed the company. So this is the Guinness Ghana. It also refuted claims that its Accra and Kasi breweries shut down due to the disconnection. So Guinness Ghana can confirm that it has not shut down its operations for both its brewery sites in Accra and Kasi. So I think it's reacting to a different thing, right? The Ghana Water Company on Tuesday cut water supply to Malta Guinness at Achimota for non-payment of bills. We had a camera crew there.
We saw what was going on.
Yes, but let me read Guinness' statement. So Guinness can confirm that it has not shut down its operations. So maybe there's a concern that operations have been shut down.
Okay, so maybe they have storage.
Now, again, Guinness Ghana's statement says, now they are now also claiming that they have been fully compliant on the bills to the new Ghana Water Company. So maybe what they can do for the media is show us their bill payments.
Yes.
So give us the bills you've paid, then we can go to Ghana Water and say, why are you disconnecting somebody who says he has paid? All right. Otherwise, it becomes he said, she said.
That's right.
Now, they're saying, let me read the story. Guinness Ghana's Limited is claiming that based on the industrial rate they've paid, pending a resolution of a petition to the PURC on the arbitrary recategorization by GWCL. So there's a dispute.
Okay.
You see, Guinness Ghana has engaged Ghana Water the PURC and the Ministry of Sanitation and Water Resources following the arbitrary reclassification of the business in the September 2022 tariff adjustment. As recent as this morning, a meeting took place between the Guinness Ghana and Ghana Water and the Minister for Water and Sanitation. In view of these engagements, Guinness is currently awaiting the final investigations and outcome of his petition before the PURC on the matter.
Right, two quick international stories for you. Yesterday was Victory Day in Moscow, and Vladimir Putin spoke. And he says that Russia's future rests on the soldiers fighting in Ukraine. Coach, there is nothing more important now than your combat effort. And diplomatic spat between China and Canada. So China has expelled Canada's consul in Shanghai in retaliation for Ottawa sending home a Chinese diplomat accused of trying to intimidate a Canadian MP.
Okay, but finally, before we go, the Finder has a story. ECD, a convenient option for the unbanked BOGs, making that statement. The Bank of Ghana is optimistic about the potential of its digital currency, the ECD, to boost financial inclusion in rural areas. I'm in full support of this particular
All right.
option.
We'll leave it here. Thank you. That was a newspaper review. Coming up next is the Citi Business News.
You know, Papa, see that? And it's rickety car. Hey, Papa!
Bobo, so how's your engine now?
It is half man, half amazing. Thanks to Quartz and you, can't feel better energy. Can't touch this. Actually, guys, so Sancho's engine just died like that.
Yes, so
Somebody managed to convince him that there is a better engine oil than Quartz, and he switched.
Sancho Panza.
Now, which engine oil can be better than Quartz? No other, my guy. Quartz with its age-resistant technology, it keeps your engine younger for longer. Now you know. Have you guys seen the new bottle design? It's superb. Quartz 9000 from Total Energies there improves fuel efficiency. Why do you think Mr. Mane and Logoso have taken the Quartz Nation movement World Cup like that? Sorry. Quartz. Keep your engine younger for longer.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
Citi Business News brought to you by Goil, our Super XP on 95 and Diesel XP are the best quality fuels on the market. With over 440 stations across the nation. Join the family that rewards you with quality for an energized driving experience. Goil Good Energy. MTN is reminding value customers who haven't registered their SIM cards with a Ghana card to do so. Otherwise, from 31st May, your phone numbers will be disconnected permanently. Complete your registration with your Ghana card, your GPS address, and your new code at any MTN service center. MTN everywhere you go. Nana Boateng is here with Citi Business News. Good morning.
Good morning, Bernard, and good morning to you out there. Welcome to the breakfast edition of Citi Business News, proudly brought to you by MTN, Goil, and powered by your most comprehensive business news website, citibusinessnews.com. Coming up, tax analyst urges Ghanaian business community to mount pressure on government to scrap the COVID-19 levy. And banking sector players confident of government securing an IMF bailout soon to restore resilience in Ghana's financial sector. Let's settle for the details of our stories now. A tax analyst, Francis Timoroboy, is calling on the business community to resist plans by government to continue imposing the COVID-19 levy on them, saying it has outlived its purpose. Francis Timoroboy insists that despite the WHO declaring coronavirus a non-health threat, the government will not scrap the levy without resistance from the public. The government spent a total of 3.37 billion Ghana cedis on COVID-19 related expenditures alone in the wake of the pandemic. The COVID levy was introduced as one of the fiscal measures to mobilize funds to help defray the cost incurred by the government. Here's Francis Timoroboy speaking to Citi Business News, admonishing businesses to compel government to stop taxing them for the COVID levy.
I don't think the business community have much to say unless government makes its mind that this, I'm going to take it off. if you remember, even with the growth and sustainability levy, it is a law that was introduced first in 2001 with the intention of expiring in a 3, 4, 5 years time. But it has been there, and every year we keep rolling it over. So for me, until government makes a decision that they want to take it off, it doesn't look like government is going to take it off immediately. And I'm saying this because of the way we are seeing new taxes coming in as a result of government shortfall and revenue targets. So the best would have been that if COVID was the reason why you introduced it, then you should take it off when the COVID is no more. But they will argue and tell you that, look, we have expenditure still available that needs to be paid for. So for me, I don't see the government making that bold decision. It would have been good for the citizens and taxpayers in Ghana that we no more see COVID, and that's a good justification. But as we speak now that even the government is introducing more taxes, it doesn't look like it.
Francis Timoboy is a tax analyst. Players within the banking space have expressed optimism that government will soon receive an IMF bailout to restore resilience in the financial sector. Ghana secured a staff-level agreement for the $3 billion request in December 2022, but efforts to move to the final lap have dragged as bilateral creditors haggle over the terms of the debt restructuring exercise. Speaking on the sidelines of the third edition of the Money Summit in Accra, the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Association of Bankers, John Ewua, indicated that despite the current economic challenges which have impacted the banking sector, the industry has enough liquidity to meet the demands of customers.
The banks are obviously doing well, and from the results that we have seen, and those numbers are still being calibrated. We have bounced back, and as I said, there's liquidity within the banking space. Banks are doing their financial intermediation. Of course, the economy is not in the best place at the moment. We are all hoping that the IMF program comes in time so that the confidence within the economy will be vibrant and we can ride on the back of that to do a lot more. But please feel free, as I said before, and talk to your bank. See your bank. If it's a loan you want, please talk to your bank. And the banks have the wherewithal, we have the liquidity, you have the right capital levels to transact and to do business and to meet your needs, whichever needs they may be.
John Ewua further urged players within the banking space to leverage on emerging technologies to meet the demands of customers.
We all have seen or have been witnesses to what financial inclusion can do if we do it right. And the fintechs in no way have contributed in no small way in driving the kind of volumes that we are seeing in the area of digital financial services. And they've been doing this with the banks. In most of the instances, the products that you see are underwritten by banks. The platforms or the infrastructure is that of the bank. And it's just a plug-in for the fintech with the innovation to then help meet the customer needs.
That was the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Association of Bankers, John Ewua. Now, an economist, Dr. Patrick Assuming, has reiterated calls for government not to interfere in the decision-making process of the Development Bank Ghana, DBG, so as to guarantee its operational independence. Last week, Parliament approved a number of loan agreements. These included an on-lending agreement between the government and the DBG for an amount of 170 million euros to support the establishment of a financially sustainable development bank. But there have been concerns from some quarters about whether or not the recently secured 170 million euros from the European Investment Bank will add to the country's national debt stock if not used properly. Here is economist Dr. Patrick Assuming speaking on the issue in an interview with Citi Business News.
You can understand the motivation for trying to do such a thing. You know that at this point in time, the financial position of the banks has been negatively affected by the domestic debtors. And there's a chance that going forward, credit from the banks could be problematic. And on that score, you see having an alternative source of financing, like by the Development Bank of Ghana, could be seen as a way to plug that hole. But when you put everything together, it has to be only something which is extremely critical and crucial that we should be taking new loans for. We've done it. It's been done. I think the most important thing is to ensure that it doesn't operate like the way we've been operating other government financing specific sectors of the economy.
Economist Dr. Patrick Esumi speaking there. Now, government has reiterated calls for public-private partnerships to strengthen the hospitality industry and to boost the growth of the local economy. Government maintains that the tourism industry, especially hoteliers, should work assiduously to meet international standards in order to attract more tourists to the various tourist facilities across the country. These comments were made by the Deputy Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Mark Okreku-Mante, at the official opening of the Alexander Palace Apartment Hotel in Accra.
We want to make Ghana a tourism hub in Africa. That is the President of the Republic's vision. And I'm sure you will attest to the fact that we've taken some good steps that are beginning to yield the results. And so we cannot survive. We cannot make this happen without the private sector. So whenever we see edifice like this, we are excited because we know that you've added one asset to some of the assets we are waiting for. As a government, like I've said, with your support, we are making some good numbers, and that's why we are number one now in West Africa.
That was the Deputy Minister of Tourism, Creative Arts and Culture, Mark Okreku-Mante. Now, on the interbank foreign exchange market, where banks trade amongst themselves, the dollar is selling at 10 cedis 96 pesos. It recorded no price change. The British pound lost 1 peso and is selling at 13 cedis 83 pesos. The euro lost 7 pesos and is selling at 12 cedis. However, at some forex bureaus in the capital, Accra, the dollar is selling for 11 cedis 95 pesos, while the British pound is selling at 14 cedis 90 pesos. The euro is going for 13 cedis 10 pesos. Let's now join Gillian Hammer of Data Bank for part one of the topic, how to survive a bear market.
A bear market is an extended period where the performance of the stock market is negative. While it's tough to see a bear market coming, the big question for investors is what can you do to help you better respond to a bear market? There are 5 tips Data Bank would like to recommend. Today, we will look at the first 2. Number 1, keep focused on the long term. As we have said many times, the market goes up and down all the time. It's a normal part of the cycle. If you are saving for a long-term goal in a well-diversified portfolio that meets your needs, then you might be better off tuning out the noise and letting the cycle run its course. Number 2 is be diversified. Make sure your portfolio is diversified. In other words, it should contain a mix of equity and fixed income investments, as they behave differently depending on the market cycle that we're in. While a bear market can still affect your investments, diversification can help reduce the effects of a market downturn. You do not need to be afraid of bear markets. The key to investing wisely is to be an informed investor.
That was Gillian Hammer of Data Bank. And that does it for the breakfast edition of Citi Business News, proudly brought to you by MTN, GOIL, and powered by your most comprehensive business news website, citibusinessnews.com. My name is Nanatufo Boateng. Many thanks for listening. Do have a good business day.
Want to feel energized for more? Fuel up with Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP high performance products from GOIL. Our high grade fuel comes at no extra cost, but with more power. And our Diesel XP, it's low in sulfur, making it an eco-friendly option for your vehicle. Experience high performance and quality with our products. Available everywhere. Choose Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP for an energizing driving experience.
Good energy. If home is where the heart is, then let's go home, shall we? Let's go where the entertainment is, where the passion is, where the laughter is, and sometimes even the tears too. Let's go where we feel safe enough to share our opinions.
And send tweets.
Where we do that embarrassing little dance to our favorite song. Let's go home where the love, the care, and the joy live.
There's
There's no place like home. Connect your home to super fast internet with affordable data bundles from MTN Home. Visit broadband.mtn.com.gh or your My MTN app to sign up today. MTN.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Want to run straight into that segment brought to you by Lesheho. Now, for over a decade, Lesheho Savings and Loans have been supporting the investment goals of customers with attractive solutions. We've been a safe haven for depositors who value security as well as competitive returns. With easy access to track your funds, we offer flexible deposit products for 91 days, 182 days, and 365 days. Open a fixed deposit account with Lesheho. Call 0577 70 7700. Lesheho, let's improve life. And if anyone had told me that I would become a mathematician or cartographer planning my route because of lack of fuel, I would have said they were out of their minds. But well, because of Shell Fuel Save, that has to stop. Our triple action formula improves engine efficiency, prevents deposit buildup, and protects your engine from wear and corrosion for extra clean, extra protection, and extra savings. Switch to Shell Fuel Save today because extra kilometers go a long way. Just joining us with the news. Good morning.
Good morning, Bernard. In the headlines, Sports Ministry holds ceremony to remember victims of the May 9 disaster. In the UEFA Champions League, Man City holds Real Madrid to a draw at the Bernabeu, while today it's a Milan derby at the San Siro. In the NBA, the Sixers shocked the Celtics at home to take a 3-2 series lead. Get to the details now. And Sports Minister Mustafa Yusuf has urged stakeholders in football to prevent the reoccurrence of a stadium disaster in Ghana. Now, he made this remark during a solemn memorial ceremony held yesterday to honor the 127 fans who died during a football match between Accra Hearts of Oak and Kumasi Asante Kotoko on May 9, 2001. The National Ambulance Service trained Ghanaians on first aid techniques at the ceremony to equip football fans with skills to manage dangerous situations.
As Sports Minister, I'm committed to ensuring the safety of all athletes and spectators attending sporting events, and we must take the necessary steps to make sure that such tragedy never happen again. This day is also a time to reflect on the power of sports in our society. Sports has the power to unite us and to bring us together regardless of our differences. It is therefore important that we use the power of sports to promote peace among ourselves and understanding and unity among all of us. The government of Ghana is committed to ensuring that sports is accessible to all of us and that everyone can participate and enjoy it. We are constantly looking for ways to improve the safety of our sports and to ensure that all our athletes and spectators are able to enjoy the sports in a safe and a secure environment. As we remember the May 9th stadium disaster, let us honor those who lost their life and commit ourselves to using sports to promote peace, understanding, unity, and development.
So you heard Sports Minister Mustafa Yusuf speaking there. Meanwhile, General Secretary of the Ghana Football Association, Prosper Harrison-Ado, who was also in attendance, called for a change in mindset from sports fans to one of solidarity.
Over the years, since the 9th of May 2021, we've seen some improvement in terms of the regulation itself, in terms of safety and security. the stadium architecture, the mindset of people, and other things. The key part is human behavior. You can make the best laws, you can build the best stadia. If the individuals do not change the mindset and do not see each other as fellow Ghanaians, fellow sports fans who have come to enjoy football, and that they do not see the game for what it is. Football is a sport, just like any other sporting activity. There are various outcomes, and the fact that there are various outcomes is the very reason why we love football. For, I dare say, if all football matches are to end in one particular way, I don't think anybody would follow football.
You heard General Secretary of the Ghana Football Association, Prosper Harrisonado, speaking there. To some other news, an Executive Council member of the Ghana Football Association, Randy Avle, has quashed calls from Ghanaians regarding handing starting berths to local players when called up to the Black Stars. Now, Houghton's first call-up for the doubleheader of the 2023 AFCON qualifiers against Angola in March had no local player making the cut. Speaking to City Sports, Randy Avle charged local players to take pride on being handed call-ups to the national team and shy away from growing unhappy when not given starting opportunities.
Getting a call-up. When you deal with the Black Stars, you're looking at some 22, 25, maximum 28 players from over thousands of players who are qualified for the Black Stars. So even making the squad alone, for me, is a huge achievement. And in terms of getting playing time, I think that all the coaches were there, including Chris himself. And I don't think that Afriye Banier is any good example that anybody should even cite. For Afriye Banier to make the squad to the World Cup, for me, is a huge achievement. There are thousands of Ghanaian players who are qualified. The point is that I'm sure that if you give a coach the opportunity to pick 100 players for a tournament or a game, you'll be able to pick 100 players. But they are constrained by a limit which is placed on it. So sometimes some of the readings that are made into some of these things and some of the statements, I'm sure that if you ask Afriye Banier himself, he will tell you that making the World Cup squad is an achievement by itself.
So you had Executive Council member of the Ghana Football Association, Dr. Randy Avle, speaking there. Let's get to some other stuff. In Okateche Efrifa, who is Public Relations Officer of Kotoku Royals, has emphasized in an exclusive interview with City Sports that the club will not be involved in any form of match manipulation, despite their recent relegation from the Bet Power Premier League. The Achemodan-based club suffered a 2-0 defeat to Accra Great Olympics, confirming their demotion from the top flight division.
Kotoku Royals is started. We have done it, and everybody is aware of what we did. Against league leaders, Diana Stars, we play our heart out. The game was live, and everybody saw how Kotoku Royals played. And being a professional club like Kotoku Royals, we don't tolerate any fixed match and those kind of things. So we are going all out, play our heart out. Whatever the result may come, then we are got to go. We didn't even want to do anything bad that will discredit the club. Kotoku Royals. We are a professional club, so we are going all out, play our heart out as far as the rest of the matches are concerned.
Okateche Efrifa is the Public Relations Officer of Kotoku Royals. Let's now move on to Europe. The UEFA Champions League semi-finals is on. And let's start off with a recap of last night's semi-final, which took place at the Santiago Bernabeu between Real Madrid Football Club and Manchester City Football Club. Real Madrid and Man City played out a 1-1 draw, Vinicius Jr. giving Real Madrid the lead in the first half, and Kevin De Bruyne also equalizing for Manchester City late in that game. Now, today, there's a Milan derby between AC Milan and Inter Milan. The game will be at the San Siro. AC Milan strikers Olivier Giroud, he won the competition with Chelsea in 2021. He has been speaking of his motivation to win the Champions League again.
More than ever, I'm motivated more than ever. For me, it's a big opportunity to win it again. Almost 37 years old, but still hungry like a young boy, and really want to have the best success here with this team.
You heard Olivier Giroud, AC Milan striker, speaking there. Let's get to some other news. And former Real Madrid president Ramon Calderon claims that Borussia Dortmund midfielder Jude Bellingham has a great opportunity waiting for him at the Bernabeu. The England international midfielder is reportedly closing in on a summer transfer to the Spanish Giants, with the Blancos fending off rival interest from Premier League heavyweights in order to secure the 19-year-old signature. Ramon Calderon is the latest personality encouraging Bellingham to go to Real Madrid.
Everyone who comes here knows what is being a Real Madrid player. I always say that those players like Cristiano, Modric, Vinicius, all of them give a lot to us, but always Real Madrid gives much more to them. And I experienced that with Cristiano. When I signed him, I told him that how important it would be for him to be here. And he realized that. That gives you an idea of how important is this club in the world. And of course, being linked to this club is always something important for a club. So Bellingham, you have a great opportunity to come here.
We have former Real Madrid president Ramon Calderon speaking there. Let's get to some basketball in the NBA playoffs to close it out. And the Boston Celtics are in trouble after they lost by 115-103 to the Philadelphia 76ers at the TD Garden. Joel Embiid and James Harden coming up with big points to lead their team to victory. In the other game that was played, it was the Western Conference semifinal between the Phoenix Suns and the Denver Nuggets. Nikola Jokic leading the Nuggets to 118-102 victory over Kevin Durant and Devin Booker and the Suns. So the Suns also have a hole to climb out of as things stand. That's all for this morning's edition of Kickoff. My name is Benjamin Nketia, the Small Sports at citysportsonline.com.
Extra, extra, let me tell you all about it.
Hey, Dolomistic. You and this your extra thing. I beg, tell me about it.
Abenquine, look, extra is what you and your car get when you switch to Shell Fuel Save. Extra protection, extra clean, and extra savings. You get it?
Tell me extra.
Shell Fuel Save is designed to improve engine efficiency instantly, and with triple action formula that helps protect your engine from wear, corrosion, and deposit, so you get extra kilometers out of your drive.
Sir, and you're not extra, good for your engine. Extra, good for your pocket.
Extra kilometers goes a long way. Switch to Shell Fuel Save today. Go well.
If you need unique services, innovative financial solutions, we deliver on our promise, cause we are number one. Let's share go, we improve your life.
Let's share go, let's share go, hey mama, hey mama, hey mama.
Even when you're stuck with nothing,
come to Let's share go.
No matter your situation,
come to Let's share go.
Let's share go, we improve your life.
Let's share go, hey, let's share go, hey, let's share go, hey mama, hey mama, hey mama.
Let's share go, we improve your life.
Leshego Savings and Loans. Let's improve life.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
Anytime is a good time to have a break. Introducing Munchie Anytime Crackers. It's perfect for break times, party times, movie times, and snack times. Savor the moment. Enjoy Munchie Anytime Crackers anytime. Munchie Anytime Crackers. It's light and tasty.
This outfit is FDA approved.
Welcome to my Caveman promo. It's a Caveman Watches Mother's Day special to celebrate your mom in a memorable way. with every Mother's Day package you buy. Between 2,000 Ghana cedis and 2,500 Ghana cedis comes with a classic caveman watch, scented candles, colognes, chocolate, and handwritten cards. But that's not all. There is a surprise scratch card inside, and when you scratch, you could win a movie date with mom, exclusive caveman discounts, or a luxury spa date with mom, and so much more. Show your love and appreciation for the most important woman in your life with a gift that she will cherish forever. Visit cavemanwatches.com or call 055-751-6744 to select the perfect Mother's Day gift from Caveman Watches. Caveman Watches. Be remembered.
Say donut, 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 donut. Hey, donut, 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 donut. Donut, donut. Yeah, cotton donut. Donut, donut. Malaria syrup donut. Everybody follow not sa malaria. A 3D donut now. We want to malaria chill. We want popo. What we need? I want the donut. Lonat scatter malaria. Lonat scatter malaria.
A quality product from Blaze GVS Pharma. Yenshishemu hu se malaria wa wumujam ansana wanum Lonat. Na nam yensearch na malaria no daso wo ho ko hu dokota.
This advert is FDA approved.
Yes, Charlie, Chance Spy, the promotion is here again. It's Samsung Eid Mubarak promo. This Eid Mubarak, Samsung is offering you good prices. It is time to gather your friends, interact, and get an original Samsung television starting at 2,999 Ghana cedis. Don't worry, Samsung television ranges from 32 inches, 40 inches, 43 inches, 50 inches, 55 inches.
be announcing our top 3 in the Portrait of Mama promotion. But good morning and happy birthday to my daughter Eliora Efia Safua Ofori. She's 10 years old today. May the Lord bless her, protect her in all her endeavors. Yeah, so this is coming from, I'm not even sure whether it's your father or your mother, but the messages are plenty. But if your name is Eliora Efia Safua Ofori, somebody of who you are a daughter, you are somebody's daughter. The person says happy birthday. Are you ready to Louisa Emika Araba Ampiao turns 1 today? From her mom Louisa Ampiao, dad and Mr. and Mrs. Duncan, grandparents. Ben, happy birthday to my lovely wife, who's the mother of my lovely kids, Rahmatu Amadu, teacher at Hummaul Kura Islamic Junior High School in Asakore Mampong. She's the best description of a good wife and the best mom to her kids. May Allah guide her and protect her to the max. This is coming in from Hafiz Tijani, who's our Ashanti regional correspondent, wishing his wife a happy birthday. So, wife, Rahamatu Amadu, happy birthday to you. Yes, and then another quick one coming in from Kofigo to the love of his life, his heartbeat, and the thoughts in his mind.
I'm off one of your raps.
Francis Kofi Mensah Chamanting, aka Kofigo, wishing you the most amazing day. Okay, I'm confused now. Very happy birthday to the love of my life, my heartbeat, and the thoughts in my mind. Francis Kofi Chamanting, aka Kofigo, wishing you the most amazing day from your wife.
Yes.
Okay, so from your wife. So the wife took the phone and sent it to me. Rita Akuche Martin.
I see.
Their marriage is fresh. So everything they be.
No,
Rita.
Aku.
As Pastor Wengam says, when your husband baby, you have to spoil it. So you have to
very
you know what to do. Rita, Kofi is a Liverpool fan. The season is not going well. The team, we can't even get Champions League. So Rita, today is his birthday.
They could think it's mathematically possible.
So Rita, you have to, and he's the head of the Liverpool supporters in Ghana. So you have a very important job to do for us today.
All right, I have one here. This one says, happy birthday to Mrs. Eugenia Apieje Redu. You're a wonderful wife and a great mother. May God bless you so much. That's from her husband, Kwejo Apieje Redu. Okay, and his daughters, Boatima and Dakon. So, happy birthday message from Kojo to his wife. Kojo is the Viva Yogo guy.
Thank you.
He's been giving us yogurt on Fridays.
Let me say good morning to Meros Honu, right here in Accra. And this is your birthday today. And Paul here at Citi FM is celebrating you.
I have one too coming into Mr. Sam Kwate, Plumstead High Street, London. Charlie, you know those places. I don't know that. Plumstead High Street.
Plumstead is Greenwich.
Yeah.
Between Greenwich and Woolwich.
London is fresh. I'm on for chill up. So this message is coming in from Agnes and the entire family, who say, God bless you and a happy birthday to you, Sam Kwate, Plumstead High Street, London. I pray the good Lord grant you long life, good health, and enlarge your coast.
This one says, it's coming in from Charity Sicho, who says, good morning, Fubena, please wish my loving husband, Mr. Godwin Keteku, a happy birthday from myself and the children, Dela Jijo Clenham and Selikem.
Thank you.
We love you so much, plus everything more. This one says, glorious happy birthday to one, Kingsley Eduji Wodewule. Son, you are 5 today. The second one is belated happy birthday to Emmanuel K. Wodewule. And then I call for grace from above for our life. It's coming in from Emmanuel.
Hold on. I want you to give me another Arrested Development song. I like the name of the group.
Arrested.
See, the development was Arrested.
The Arrested.
Yeah, so please.
Arrested Development. The other song is the very popular Mr. Wendell. So we'll drop Mr. Wendell.
Drop Mr. Well, that's the most popular.
That's the most popular song.
Okay.
Mr.
So,
Wendell.
but
I was just going to say that.
Why is their name Arrested Development?
No, they have all sorts of names. In the 90s, they created all sorts of names.
Crisscross.
Yeah.
No, I love them.
In the 90s, they had names, Bernard.
Arrested Development. Why are you going? No, come back. I'm not finished. So we are going to play this one. But happy birthday to my only daughter, Nana Iya in Shira Boabing of Achimoto School. She is a Motown lady. Today is her 16th birthday. The Boabing family wish her Jehovah's abundance, grace, strength, happiness, knowledge from your parents, Michael and Irene Boabing. And then there's an important one coming in that I want to do.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to Lady Pastor Priscilla Hayward Mills, wife of Bishop Joshua Hayward Mills.
Thank you.
This is from all the instrumentalists at First Love Church. Says you are a big mama.
Yes.
You are too much.
Yes.
So enjoy the day.
She's the first lady.
Yes, you can enjoy this song. Even though you are bishop wife, you can dance.
Dance more.
Dance more. Then when you finish, you open the door.
Command anointing.
Clean your mouth and come out. So Lady Pastor Kiki Priscilla Hayward Mills. This is a song from the instrumentalists of First Love to you. Enjoy the song. So we'll be doing a couple of quick things. We'll be talking about some of the things we'll be doing in June. The Citi Business Festival is coming up, and I'll be telling you about the management boot camp. And then we'll be whittling down from 10 to 3 and from 3 to 1 all this morning. But enjoy the song.
So Regan,
Regan International Preparatory School at New Russia. Russia, I didn't know there was a new one.
With thousands of innocent.
In all the countries, we have their versions in Ghana.
Lebanon, Washington, Charlie, everywhere.
Moscow, all of them.
Now, this is coming from Godson Tenge. Happy birthday to Mr. Patrick Apia Mening of St. Mark's Catholic Church, Ashoman Estate, from the Avognos. So that's Fred Avogno and his wife Shirley. Happy birthday to Daniel Elom Adehenu of Enterprise Insurance Ridge Tower, from your kids, Delali, Nunya, and Elikem. We love you so much, and may the good Lord continue to bless you. We love you, Daddy. Enjoy your day. Happy birthday to my indefatigable boss, Felix Agbozo of Coca-Cola. May God continue to extend and expand your territories. Jones Adoboy in La. Happy birthday to Daniel Adonu, Global Evangelical Church Soutuum. God bless you for all your hard work. From Stephen, is it Dovo or Dovo?
Dovo, yeah.
Stephen Dovo. Yeah, man. And there is a certain Podo in this house. There is a certain Podo there. Oh, my Lord. There is a certain Podo here.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, I wonder, how come you don't speak English like that? You see, this guy, he went to school in the Volta region.
Yeah.
But for some reason, he doesn't sound like the typical,
Other people.
Yeah. Did you used to speak like that?
No.
Or you from childhood you were deliberate about the way to speak?
I don't think he's deliberate. It's just him.
It's just me, I think.
No, because those who live.
But it's not bad.
No, I'm not criticizing it. I love it. I'm saying, but those who were born there, like Doaja who went to Accra Academy, from 1 to Upper 6. He did Legon. He was Legon Hall JCR secretary. So he schooled in Accra.
Yeah.
But when he's talking to you,
no, I remember when Ajaho used to do this program on Joy.
No, Crossfire.
Crossfire. It was between him and Kakre Samoa.
Yes. At the time, he was MPP.
Yeah, Kakre Samoa was MPP and Ajaho on the other side. And then the issue of the presidential jets came, Rollins presidential jets. The thing went back and forth, Hey, Kakra, do you want the president to die? The president to die?
After the presidential jet,
who buy it?
But is he? So it's very clear he won the debate because now Kakra is the director of communication for the NDC. So he not only won the debate, he converted him to NDC. All right, so a couple of quick announcements. And then I'll talk about one of the things we're doing in June. Now, Republic Bank have the fantastic 4 credit cards. Enjoy great discounts from our partner merchants, cashback rewards, global concierge services, and access to over 1 million ATMs worldwide, while you stand the chance of winning 2-day staycation at Aqua Safari and other amazing prizes in the Tap for Easter and Beyond credit card promo. Tap to pay, live the soft life, we got you. This promo is regulated by NLA on the Caritas platform. And everybody's looking for that one thing that pushes them to bring out the best and enables them to reach peak performance. Your car wants this too, and that's why your best bet is to give it Shell Helix engine oil. Shell Helix is specially designed to bring the best out of your engine, protecting it from wear and tear while providing the power and performance needed to give you the best ride every time. So whether you're cruising on the open road or battling with busy traffic, Shell Helix will give your engine or keep your engine running smoothly. Visit your local Shell station today and experience the difference for yourself. And don't forget that La Bianca is offering you the local brand Akoko Tasty, the best in freshly portioned, locally produced, locally fed, locally bred, locally slaughtered, locally tasting.
Yes.
Get Akoko Tasty, chicken wings, chicken back, chicken thigh, chicken gizzard. Which part of the chicken do you like?
I like the neck.
Oh, the neck, but the neck is not that. Oh, really? You like the neck?
No, there is something.
No, I mean, I think the chicken gizzard there, Charlie. We to get chicken gizzard with fried yam. No, it's solid, Charlie. With green pepper, the one you like to eat in the you know, the green,
my pepper. No.
The green pepper sauce.
It's called habanero.
Oh, okay.
Habanero pepper.
With fried yam, with gizzard.
Yes.
Oh, Charlie. You don't need anything else. They can even destroy the economy. I don't care.
Once you get your...
No, I just get my chicken. Yeah, gizzard.
When talking about the Arrested Development, somebody just reminded me. There was a group called Public Enemy.
Public Enemy.
What song did they do? I think they had a song like that.
Public Enemy. Which song? Is it Fight the Power? I think they did Fight the Power.
Public Enemy, yes. I remember.
Another one called Organized Confusion.
Organized.
Are you serious?
Yes.
And they're mostly black.
They spell, of course. They spell their confusion with K.
Mostly black guys wearing baggy pants.
Yes. Then you had groups like Naughty by Nature.
Naughty by Nature.
And then a tribe called Quest.
Tribe called Quest.
Yeah, Naughty by Nature, I think they were quite popular.
Naughty by Nature.
I think they were rappers.
Yeah, they were rappers.
OPP,
but that's where the guy in Kumasi was playing the thing, Charlie. He said, you knew where they're nothing by nature from the Nothing by nature.
Nothing by nature. We are actually at the Tema Fishing Harbour, Tema New Town Road, opposite NIB Bank. La Bianca is your #1 frozen foods company.
Now, there are different types of headaches, but probably the biggest one is when someone comes to buy and they say they've sent you mobile money and you still haven't received it. You can avoid that with Blue Pay. It allows you to receive cash instantly from your customers. Speak to Blue Penguin on WhatsApp or via a call on 0547 220 200 or visit thebluepenguin.com to register and get Blue Pay for your business today. Blue Pay never miss a sale. Now, you're a successful executive, yet you want to challenge yourself to do more for yourself, your organization, and society. It's time to consider the doctorate program in business admin and leadership at the Noble International Business School NIPS, and the program will transform you into a practitioner scholar who merges theory and practice for evidence-based decision-making and leadership. Call them on 0262367830 or visit nips.edu.gh to enroll now. Be treasured, discover, lead, and share. Now, can you really call it savings or investment if all you keep doing is paying charges on the account? At Bayport, we believe an investment account should make you more money. That is why our fixed deposit has been the preferred choice for most Ghanaians over the last 20 years. Call Bayport on 0302745454. Bayport, your future now.
We are the same, no, we're not the same, because we don't know the game. What we need is awareness. We can't get careless. You say, what is this? Our beloved, let's get down.
All right, so a number of things are happening in this period. We're in the month of May. We're celebrating Mothers this weekend. Apioko will join us shortly to talk about the top 3 entrants for the Portrait of Mama promo. So yesterday, the top 10 were announced on Traffic Avenue. Now we have a top 3. We'll be going through their submissions shortly. But the month of June is a very critical month for Citi FM and Citi TV. And in that month, we celebrate the Citi Business Festival. And I am going to just have a quick chat with Samens on what to expect this year, what's different about this year. Samens, welcome to the show, even though you entered unannounced.
Good morning.
Yeah.
We are.
How are you doing?
Very well.
I want to interview you.
I am very
How
well.
are
Thank
things
you.
going?
By the grace of God, I'm fine.
How is the media economy? Are we doing well?
The media economy is on its knees.
Charlie.
The media economy is on its knees because, the media feeds off advertising. Advertising is normally, drawn from, if you like, excess money for companies. And companies are not getting excess money.
So things are tight.
By extension, advertising is also, if you talk to the advertising agencies, they will tell you a good number of advertising agencies are shutting down, just shutting down, closing. There are people who've been owing for 1 year, 2 years, and the next time you knock on their doors, company is gone bust.
Wow.
And so if you're asking about media economy, that's where we are.
I won't ask you again. But there are some things we've been doing that we repeat, and that's, for example, the business festival, right? So we're doing it again this year.
Yes.
We're doing it again this year.
Whole month of June.
What are the key highlights for this year?
Well, so we have our on-air series where we have business education and also celebrate local businesses, local efforts, specifically entrepreneurship, agribusiness, and innovation. So you're going to hear more conversations around these areas. And then we also have continuing education. Some of the things we learned in school that we may have forgotten. We pick some of these topics and then get people to come and share their experiences and knowledge on. So we are going to have a lot of those ones in addition to our Friday mornings business edition.
But there's a big one, the management boot camp.
Yes, management
boot camp.
The management boot camp, it's the icing on the cake, and that's a paid-for event, I must say. And it's a residential program for, if you like, promising senior-level managers.
That is one.
Who want to get back into the classroom but do not have all the time on their hands. So if you run a company, you are head of an organization, and you have identified some of these sharpshooters, you want to move to the next level of management. There's a management boot camp for them. It's a 1 week residential. And
it's residential. So these are promising managers who will be nominated by their companies.
Yes.
What are some of the things they will be exposed to during this?
So these are not trainee managers.
So they're already in management.
These are managers because of the curriculum that we are sharing. It's an advanced, if you like, an advanced MBA kind of.
Okay.
So basically, those who will participate must have had some experiences post first degree or must have had experiences post second degree. We do not encourage that if you don't have management experience, it won't be of good value to you, I must say. And it's not a course that you do to get certificate to go and look for a job. No, that's not it. If you want that, go back to school. But this is for managers in management, customer service, strategy, sales, and all.
Would there be change management?
Oh, there will be.
There'll be change management.
I could go through some of the areas that we are going for this year's management boot camp, which actually starts on the 26th of June, ends on the 1st of July. First topic is advanced strategic management. Why advanced? Because we understand that most people at that level may have studied a module or two in strategic management, or strategy as we call it, and there are new elements in this area which we need to update ourselves. Some of the models that we studied 30 years ago, 20 years ago have become outdated, and there's new thinking in some of these areas. So advanced strategic management is one of them. The next topic is building a winning team.
Wonderful.
You may have a crowd in the company, but they may not be a winning team.
That's very important. Building a winning team.
Yes. The next one is raising your game through customer service.
Absolutely critical.
So this is basically customer service for strategic advantage. Customer service for strategic advantage. Yesterday, I had an experience dealing with a nurse in Kolebu.
Oh.
It was an emergency situation, and we were trying to get a bed at Kolebu Emergency. So this one had to be apparently transferred from one of the polyclinics to Kolebu. So I managed to get a doctor at the emergency who said, okay, give me the number of the doctor at the polyclinic. Let me
talk to them.
So I called the polyclinic, and then the nurse who received started shouting, oh, doctor, why busy? Why busy? Why busy? Why busy? Or share patient. Catch a doctor back and say, friend, and I said, madam, just
doesn't even know who you are on the phone.
Well, I said, just calm down.
Just finish you.
Do me a favor. You give it to the doctor for him to tell me that.
Are you busy?
He's busy. That's fine.
Now, you give the thing to the doctor. The doctor said, oh, sir, let me pick the number of the other doctor so
I can call him back.
Simple. Customer service. To handle the whole exactly. So is this customer service for strategic advantage, which
lots of entities need it.
She woke up at the wrong side of the bed.
Lots of entities need
well,
this one.
she actually had a bed. Somebody doesn't even have a bed.
Lots of entities need this particular one.
The next topic is sales strategies that work.
Yes, not all of them work. And this is for managers in action.
I'm telling you.
So they know what is wrong.
Sales strategies that work.
Yeah.
And then the next topic is leading change.
All right.
Leading change, a strategic approach to change management.
Yes, sir. I like that. I like that.
So many things happening in our environment, so many things happening in our companies due to changes in technology, changes in the people's consumption patterns, people's consumer behavior causing change. And some of these changes have impact in the organizations we run. One day you wake up and notice that there's nobody listening to the station. Why? Because something else is happening somewhere else. How do you adjust to change? Online is eating us up. AI has taken over. How do you align yourself? So change management for your organization is very, very important.
So this is another module.
Yeah, another module.
Program. Then there's what else?
And then you have crafting organizational culture for competitive advantage.
Very important.
Typical MBA topic.
Very important. Organizational culture.
It's something you'll encounter if you took an MBA, right?
Yeah.
It's one of the key things you learn.
Organizational culture.
How we do things here.
Yes. So these are some of the key topics that we are.
So for companies listening who want to register, what do they need to do? Who do they need to call? What are they?
So if you want to be part of this year's management boot camp, there's a number that you have to call, which I'm going to.
And then you nominate the key managers you want to take
exactly.
If you are the CEO and you want to even come for a refresher, it would be good for you to come as well.
Well, it depends on the size of your company anyway. I mean, it includes CEOs.
Yes.
CEOs, general managers, head of finance, head of marketing, head of HR, you know.
So, do you have the number?
Yes, it's 0242 011 424
Okay, 0242 011 424. Is there anybody you should ask for? Or just say this, you are calling for management?
Management boot camp.
Management boot camp.
Yes.
When is it happening?
It starts on the 26th.
26th of June.
26th of June. But you must have registered by end of May.
Hey, that's very early. Oh.
Yes, if by end of May you haven't registered, then it's very unlikely that you get space.
Wow.
Because
you are not. How many people are you looking for?
We normally work with a number between 30 and 35 participants.
Oh, so it's a very carefully selected group.
No, that's how business school classes look like.
Okay, so 30 to 35. Yes. So if you want to register, you call 0242 011 424. Now this is a city event.
Yep.
Okay, no, it's not an event, but it's the city.
It's an activity boot camp.
Yes.
Yeah.
But why are you calling it boot camp?
Well, because it's in the real sense of a boot camp where you are camped.
And you wear boots.
You are camped within a particular space for a particular reason.
Okay.
Where you do not have the opportunity to indulge in your regular activities.
Mm-hmm.
So you cut off everything just for the purpose of committing to this program for the whole week.
So it's the management boot camp, which is the culmination of the City Business Festival. It's from the 26th of June, and it's a residential management education program.
Yeah. Yes.
You may call 0242 011 424. The number again 0242 011 424 to take part. We'll bring the tech and social media trends shortly. Nathan, I'm seeing some interesting names. So, Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Oh yeah,
Bone Thugs.
The boys from Detroit.
Yeah.
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah.
How do these people get
Crazy Bone, Lazy Bone, Flesh and Bone, Wish and Bone.
Yeah.
The name of the group is Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah.
And the members are Crazy Bone, Lazy Bone, Flesh and Bone.
And they are
Wish
from
and
Detroit.
Bone. They are from Detroit.
Yeah.
And not
Usually, their rap sounds like they are singing. They do a lot of very quick tongue twisting.
Do you have a
stuff.
song that you can?
Oh,
I don't like their music.
Yes, no way. Home with Phil Collins. They did a song with Phil Collins called Home.
Who is a Tribe Called Quest?
Tribe Called Quest. They were also early 90s.
Is that a group as well?
They were a group, a Tribe Called Quest.
Most of these are black guys as well.
Yes. Black, sometimes Latinos. Black
and then Naughty by Nature too, they are guys.
Nature, there were two guys, Treach and then some other guy. Yeah.
And then Salt and Pepper, who
Salt and Pepper, they were an all-female group.
Salt and Pepper.
Salt and Pepper.
They were an all-female group.
Crisscross.
Okay.
Remember
Crisscross to make you jump.
Yeah, Crisscross to make you
jump. They used to wear the jeans.
They have some big trainer jeans.
So they wore the jeans back to front.
Crisscross.
Yeah.
So this was 80s or 90s?
This was early 90s. Early 90s.
There was a group called Black Moon.
No, that one I don't know. Black Moon.
Yeah, Black Moon.
That must be in the 80s.
No, they are 90s guys. These are all 90s guys. The heavy rap people came out of the club season. So late 90s, late 80s into
okay, which
90s.
one is Club Nouveau? Is that an older group?
Club Nouveau is older, but Club Nouveau was stronger in the 80s.
Club Nouveau.
Yeah, because they played funk.
They played funk. Why you treat me so bad?
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought they also...
it was Club Nouveau.
They also did... They have a version of Lean On Me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Club Nouveau's Why You Treat Me So Bad was... It was from that Deluni sample, the very famous bass line for I Got 5 on it.
Charlie, this one, I need to go to music boot camp. For Nathan to educate me. Because for somebody...
the song, I Got 5 on it?
Yeah, but funny thing, for somebody...
But Club Nouveau, their most popular song in Ghana was Rumors.
Oh, I see.
Are you sure?
Pam, 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 pana. You look for that song.
Rumors.
I know that.
No, but you know what's funny? You see, you are older than me.
Yes.
This guy is younger.
But he's a musician.
No,
I just like music.
No, it's not.
If we start doing sword drill,
no,
I'm older than you, but you will win.
The fact that he's even remembering some of the lines in songs that...
No, but it's just interest.
So, what's the collective name of these groups that we are mentioning? Did they have a collective?
Funk.
Yeah, this is what like so Club Nouveau is funk.
Yeah.
You know, so late 80s,
Funk.
early 90s funk.
That genre, is this still in circulation?
No.
No.
Funk is dead.
Yeah.
R&B
took over. So he had funk that was they call it the Teddy Riley swing, the New Jack City swing. Right? That's the type of it. So the songs that like the Bobby Brown songs, those were
Hey, you see why Bobby Brown?
Yeah.
Charlie, I didn't like Bobby Brown at all.
All the woman.
You know why? Because me, I didn't like him at all because he married Whitney Houston.
Bobby Brown
They
and
added
those
the
people,
bomb.
New edition.
Whitney Houston, a lot of them stole music from the church.
Yeah.
They left the church and they took away the music. You know, I remember one very popular song by MC Hammer.
Hammer time.
I'm trying to remember. It's called "Going Up in Yonder."
Okay.
It's a song by Tremaine Hawkins.
Oh, Reverend Walter Hawkins' wife.
Yes.
And then he stole it.
No, Charlie, he made a big bomb out of it.
MC Hammer. Charlie, but MC Hammer too was big. He was
a phenomenon.
You know MC Hammer song?
With a baggy
Have
pants.
you seen her?
Yeah.
Tell me, have you seen her? Seen her? Charlie, I'll give you. It has this nice intro.
MC Hammer
Tell me, have you seen her? Seen her?
Too
legit. Too legit.
Then there was Can't Touch This.
No. Oh, get that. Oh. No, but MC Hammer was big. Oh.
Sure.
Hammer time.
Hammer
Then he has
time.
this Charlie. You go get dark. All right, let me do tech and social media trends. Then I will play more funky music. No, I like MC Hammer. It'll be Charlie. MC Hammer.
This is a song actually.
Which song is this?
This
Club
is the
Nouveau.
Club Nouveau Rumor.
Is that the most popular song in Ghana? Okay, this is one. If you know, you know.
But you know this.
Let it play. You want to disgrace me, Samuel? Merchant numbers on other networks. Well, Vodafone Cash users can now relax and make payments to merchants on all networks. Dial *110#, select option 1 to send money, option 2 for other networks. Follow the prompts to send money. Use Vodafone Cash today. And FBN Bank is also proud to be associated with the segment. Our goal is to put you, our cherished customer, first. These products and services have been designed just with you in mind. When you think of a bank that cares and puts its customers first, think of the bank that puts the B before the N. Think FBN, you first. All right, so Nathan is going to run through the trends quickly.
Yep.
What do you have for me this morning?
Well, from last night, a few of the sporting themed trends are there. You have Gundogan is trending, Kamavinga is trending, KDB is
Yesterday,
trending.
the best player was Kamavinga.
I see.
That guy is always good.
Where is he from?
Edouard Kamavinga from France. They
He's
got
a
him
French
from.
guy, yeah.
He looks, but his name sounds weird. Is he from like Angola or something?
Oh yeah, he's from the Central Africa, that area.
Oh my God.
By proper French boy.
Oh my God.
The guy doesn't make a mistake.
But Vinicius be wild though.
Carlo Ancelotti.
But he's stylish.
Vinicius. It was a great match.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Two contrasting styles.
Yeah, it was fantastic. So on the footballing side, yes. But there's an adjoining trend. Yao Dabo is trending. You know the actor Yao Dabo?
Why is he trending?
The short man.
The short man.
Yeah.
No, he went to watch the game yesterday.
He was in.
And he got
He's been
interviewed.
around. He's been around.
He's been hopping around Europe in the last few months. And he got interviewed on Spanish TV. And his video has just caught fire.
He was speaking English.
He was speaking English, telling the journalist why. You know, he was just talking about the game. And he said, Man City are no match for
Just
Real
like he was
Madrid.
doing the Spanish thing.
So funny, so funny. Let me.
That may be his breakthrough.
That may be his breakthrough. Let
Wow.
me see if I can find. So here's maybe listeners if you can get a bit of the.
English. What do you say about the match? Yeah, the match is going well. I know Real Madrid is a big team. No team in this world like Real Madrid. Real Madrid is a big team. Real Madrid have histories. Real Madrid have taken Champions League 14 times. Real Madrid have taken last week. Real Madrid take
Copa del Rey.
Real Madrid got 20 caps. Real Madrid, nobody. We have Vinicius, we have Benzema, we have Rodrigo, we have Ballon d'Or players.
Ballon d'Or players. And there's one
I like him.
That's a snippet of some people are just
this La Liga connection with some of our three stars because on the day too they put Acrobetu on.
Yeah, it's just simply it's just simply how he was just reading the.
Yes, it's just like the Spanish league people.
Yeah, he featured on El Chiringuito and then
with some Spanish
Dortmund, all of that. Anyway, so that's a bit on the footballing side of the trends. To some tech news. Okay, now a British national extradited to the US last month, has pleaded guilty in New York to a role in one of the biggest hacks in social media history. Now, the July 2020 Twitter hack affected over 130 accounts, including that of Barack Obama and Joe Biden. Now, Joseph James O'Connor, known as Plugwalk Joe, pleaded guilty to hacking charges carrying a total maximum sentence of over 70 years in prison. The hacking was part of a large-scale Bitcoin scam. O'Connor, who was extradited from Spain, hijacked numerous Twitter accounts and sent out tweets asking followers to send Bitcoin to an account, promising to double their money. So,
oh boy, that was taking some of that trends.
One day, an old lady inherited a huge sum of money. Her family worried about how to break the good news to her. They feared that the sudden good news might give her a heart attack. And so they decided the family doctor who was experienced in delivering such news should be the one to tell her. And when he did, surprisingly, she just smiled. Relieved, he asked, "What are you going to do with all that money?" She replied, "I'm going to give you half." The doctor had a heart attack. People are often surprised when we put them first. At FBN Bank, that's what we do. We put you first. Open an account with us today and enjoy mobile banking, USSD banking, shop and pay with our prepaid Visa cards, MasterCard, and many other services designed with you in mind. FBN Bank, you first.
Make I tell you, you go lose your Vodafone number permanently if you no go complete your SIM card re-registration. National Communications Authority, they disconnect all numbers where they no register by 31st May. This means say your own number go make yawa. If you won't re-register your Vodafone SIM card, make you just dial *404#. Then follow the prompt, make you complete the phase 1 of the process. Again, you go fit go any Vodafone retail center or any agent, then complete the re-registration process. Kai say you go plus your Ghana card and your GPS code. You no be so stress. Make you re-register now for free 4 GB data plus 100 minutes talk time. In case you hear more info, send SMS to 655 on Vodafone.
Vodafone, further together.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Hello, fellow citizens. Are you worried about where to treat your kidneys and liver diseases? Well, let me use this opportunity to introduce to you the best kidney and liver health facility in Ghana. Big Dank Healthcare offers treatment and management of the following: fatty liver, kidney stones, hydronephrosis, pyelonephritis, hepatomegaly, protein in the urine, and many more. Visit Big Dank Healthcare to see a kidney and liver specialist, Dr. Victor Nanadankwa, who has been awarded and honored by UN as the icon of peace by Highstone International University, Texas, USA. Big Dank Healthcare, a Ghana Health Service certified healthcare facility, is licensed under the Traditional Medicine Practice Council with 100% natural medicine from India for all treatments. Visit Big Dank Healthcare on the Spintex Road, Coca-Cola roundabout, behind Standard Chartered Bank. You can also call Big Dank Healthcare on 0549 951 211 or 0502 661 346.
Sweet, sweet mothers, how could we ever forget you? This year, on Mother's Day, we plan to do quite the festive opposite. What better way to show out for our beloved matriarchs than an entire evening dedicated to celebrating the phenomenon that is motherhood? Mama's boys and mama's girls, for all their love and sacrifices, here comes the ultimate Mother's Day gift. Picture this: a flavorous Ghanaian spread with countless mouth-watering treats, just like Mama's cooking. A glitzy dance floor serenaded by Mama's favorite tunes, just for Mama to boogie. And a stunningly intricate portrait of Mama, just to remind Mama how truly beautiful she is. Join us on Sunday, the 14th of May, 2023 at 4 p.m. for an enchanting evening of appreciation and enjoyment for our feminine support systems. The venue is at the City Gardens, number 5, Ola Hansen Lane, Tesano, and the rate is a cool 350 Ghana cedis. It's going to be an evening of Ghanaian food, dance, and the celebration of motherhood. So book now and secure a seat for Mama at the A Portrait of Mama Mother's Day dinner now. For more enquiries, call 020-5973-973. The Portrait of Mama Mother's Day dinner is powered by City TV with support from City FM and is sponsored by Dano Milk and Tasty Tom and supported by the Juice Guy and Verve du Vernet.
Awesome is not enough when you can amplify it. I mean, way up. If your phone doesn't have a 5000 mAh battery that allows you to use it from morning to night for 2 days, or a super fast processor that makes you stream, download, and game at high speed, or a 50 megapixel camera that allows you to take stunning photos even at night, or a 6.6-inch FHD plus screen that brings images to life and expands your view, then you need to amp your awesome. Get the new Samsung Galaxy A14 and amp your style, your speed, your play, your power, your game, and your awesome. Visit any authorized Samsung store and make it yours today. Samsung Galaxy A14.
There are moments in life when you're just so scared and you feel like just giving up. Oh, but Dino Milk is saying, we know that you can do it. Believe in yourself and then go for it. Go for it. Nourishment, that is your Dino Milk.
Choose nourishment. Choose Dano Milk Whole Cow, your nutritious instant powdered milk.
Dano Milk. Go for it.
This advert is FDA approved.
Shit, wahala no get breaks. So what is it? Some customers have left. Their mobile money payment didn't come. What?
Avoid such payment issues with BluePay. BluePay lets you easily receive payments on your mobile device with no e-levy charges. Simply enter your customer's number and the amount to be paid on your BluePay app. The customer will receive the BluePay prompt to confirm with their PIN instantly. Customers can also pay with bank cards using the BluePay POS device. Call or WhatsApp 054-7220-200 or visit thebluepenguin.com to register and get BluePay for your business today. BluePay, never miss a sale.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
At least this one there, at least you and I will know it. Yeah, this one there we know it. Yeah, this one there we know. Yeah, this is The MC Hammer.
This is MC Hammer.
You got to
Stanley Kirkborough.
That's his real name.
Yeah.
Where is he from?
He's from the Bay Area, San Francisco, I think.
Wow.
Bay Area, California.
I like the way there's a spread. They're from different places, you know. Some of them are
Some
from
of West Coasters,
Yeah.
some East Coasters.
some from Detroit.
Some from Detroit.
Yeah. Abiogo, welcome to the Citi Breakfast Show for today.
Thank you.
So yesterday,
He's another music genius.
Oh yes.
Case.
Yeah, she knows her music and she knows her music very well.
yeah, I don't know who got the impression that I didn't know who A Tribe Called Quest was.
I don't know why boys
yeah,
can I kick
You're not that bad.
Yes, you can.
Is it? No, we know it. We don't know all, but we know some. We know some. So let's. Yesterday you were here to tell me that you were going to announce the top 10 of the entrance into the Portrait of Mama promotion. So you're on the Traffic Avenue around 4:50ish.
Yes, they're about
4:45ish.
4:45ish.
And then you managed to whittle down the entries to 10.
Yes.
What were you looking out for?
Emotive elements. I mean, we wanted people to tell their stories.
Mm.
And I think I mentioned this yesterday, that some people sent in entries, but they didn't really tell us what the story was. They didn't tell us what the wow factor was that really changed their life
Mhm.
when Mama made that sacrifice or did what she did.
Mhm.
But some people dug deep.
Mhm.
And you could just feel that emanating from whatever they had written.
Okay.
So that was really what it was.
So was it like you were looking for sub stories?
Oh, no.
Because that's the
No,
impression sometimes you
no.
get that like you have to kind of say, Charlie, I was in some cocoa farm and I couldn't do
No, but
anything
some of the
and my
stories
mother
are very
bought
uplifting. No, but you
fish and
see,
came to-
a lot of the time,
you know, Charlie, those things.
no, but a lot of the time, the sub stories precede the upliftment or the
Okay.
hope.
So you were looking for a hope. So a story that may be emotive, but
There's a happy ending. Quote
yeah,
unquote,
because we want the light. We don't want always like Charlie. Nah,
exactly.
Everything be some way. I know the feature food and things. My mama selling akpacha way.
But those are people's realities.
You sure?
Those are people's realities.
So you have 3 finalists.
Yes, we do.
Are you saying we should help you choose, or you've chosen your 3?
No, we've chosen our 3.
Chosen your 3.
This is what Sky didn't want to hear.
So who's number 3?
So it's not in any particular order.
Oh, they're
is
just the top 3.
3.
Ah, but I
So
thought you
out
give
of the
aren't there
10,
special prizes.
No,
for?
so all top 3 receive the same
They're all
prize.
winning. So there's no
Yes.
winner.
So all of them, their mothers, and then
Okay.
the entrance, they have spots at their Portrait of Mama Mother's Day dinner this Sunday, the
All right.
14th of May.
All right.
And then they get to do their, as you and Scott have been calling it, their staycation.
Mhm.
You know, at one of our prestigious or luxurious, as
Mhm.
one may say,
Wonderful.
a resort.
So
in the
this is not
country.
in any particular order. These are the
it's not.
top 3 winners.
Exactly.
And the assignment was in not more than 100 words.
Mm-hmm.
Write a note to Citi, which starts with "but for Mama."
Exactly.
But for Mama.
Yes, and you must identify in that note
Mhm.
one sacrifice or one thing that Mama did that changed the course of your life. So,
Wonderful.
but for Mama and but for that thing she did,
Mhm.
you will not be where you are today. You
Okay.
not have seen certain graces. You
Mhm.
not have experienced certain things.
Okay. So let's jump in. Which one did you want to read first for
Okay,
me?
so I'll start with this one from Castro Kofi Appiah.
Castro.
Castro.
Hey, is that his
Kofi
name?
Appiah, that's his name, and his mother's name is Mami Adwa.
Mami Adwa.
Yes.
And her son is called Castro.
Yes, and we spoke to him yesterday.
Means she has some
on the
history,
Traffic
some
Avenue.
revolutionary.
some Fidel,
She has some revolutionary,
Fidelius.
revolutionary tendencies. All right, let's hear the story.
But for Mama,
Mhm.
I would have been a cripple by the roadside in the village, begging for alms. But I'm now a person with a disability who is gainfully employed. I would have been sitting in my mess, my urine, for more than 5 hours.
Oh.
But today I can clean the mess myself. Without your help, I wouldn't have seen a first degree certificate in my lifetime. Still today, not only do I have a degree, but a certificate to show that I was the local secretary of the National Union of Ghana Students, NUGS.
Wow.
I lacked confidence due to my situation, and I didn't believe in my potential. But today, I move around with confidence because you told me that even if all of your children would fail, I wouldn't fail, although I have a physical impairment. God bless you, Mami Adra in Tameke. I love you, Mom.
All right, so that was the first entrant which has been selected as one of the winners. Now, this is interesting. So this person had a disability.
Yeah, he has a disability.
And they don't elaborate on the details, but there's hints in there. He says, I would have been a cripple by the roadside, begging for alms.
Right.
And then, based on the way it's written, the mother sacrificed and made sure that this person had what you would call a normal education.
Exactly.
So this is clearly an empowered, person.
Exactly.
You know, and
Exactly.
the language is rich. The thoughts, the flow of his testimony as to what exactly mommy did for him. I mean, it's just so moving.
So it's not just that his mother took care of him,
Yeah, that's right. I
but
mean,
like I
the
said, she
empowerment.
empowered
Yeah,
him,
that's right.
empowered him mentally, but also physically to basically live on his own and contribute his quota to society.
So this is from Castro Kofi Appiah,
Oh yeah, that's it. For
who rose to become a local secretary of Nooks in his campus, and is now working very well. So, Madam Adjoa Ntameke, we will see you at the Portrait of Mama dinner
And they're all listening.
Sunday. All right. So, Castro, congratulations
this.
for sending in that entry, and I'm sure your mom is such a proud mother. Who's the second you announce this
So
morning?
this is from Pa Kofi Hazel. Mother's name is Mrs. Georgette Hazel.
All right.
Okay. But for Mama, I wouldn't be here today with my 2 boys.
Okay.
She nurtured me and my 5 siblings. When my wife had a preterm birth, Mama was there for us throughout the traumatic experience. She was an advocate for my wife in the delivery room, making key decisions that ensured our baby's survival.
True.
With my second baby, my wife went into precipitated labor, leading her to deliver at home.
Wow.
My mother had to deliver our baby,
Hey.
even with no experience.
At home?
At home.
Wow.
Mama, you're a true heroine, and I'm grateful for everything you've done for my family.
I like this one. I like this one because, it's not always easy for the mothers and the wives to get along.
You see?
So this one is good. So for Pakwesi's mother, a lot of the interventions is on actual behalf of his wife.
Right.
So this is good. This is good.
Yeah, there's also a huge, role there for the space of women.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
the
yeah.
impact they have on
Mhm.
relationships,
Exactly.
marital relationships, and whatever
Yeah.
relationship there is.
Exactly. And even the labor ward reference,
yeah.
a lot of our public hospitals, if not all of them, they don't allow the partner, so the husband, the
Hey.
father of the child, to enter the
Hey,
labor
I
ward.
did that.
So you need someone there to be taking critical decisions, because the mother who is in labor doesn't have the presence of mind to do that. And to know that this was her mother-in-law who was there standing in the gap for her.
And
That's
then
powerful.
when the precipitated
yeah.
labor,
So,
so
labor
home
moves more
delivery,
quickly
home
than
delivery with the
anticipated.
mother. That's strong.
Even to maintain composure to do that.
So how did she even do the umbilical cord and all those
We
things?
have to
Well,
find
so
out.
either she's just a traditional.
She says with no
birth-
experience.
She's not no experience.
Wow, that's
Actually, she had to remember what they did for her when she had her baby and do that for. So this is Mrs. Georgette Hazel.
Yes.
Wow, from her son Pakofi,
Pa Kofi.
which I would say is obviously on behalf of Pakofi's wife.
Well, true.
Most
You
likely.
see.
Yeah,
you can
because
see
she's
that.
the wife, but he doesn't mention his wife's name though.
a push,
Please, when you are coming on Sunday, come with your wife so we can
we can meet.
we
her
can
as
have
well.
the full picture of the story.
Yeah,
Because this story is a 3-in-1 story. So, and the thing I like, it's a short story. It's not even that long.
Yeah, but
Well,
you
you
see,
had
the-
100
be
words
able
to play
keep
That's what
it
I'm saying. Like
tight,
people are able to
summarize.
a lot of what he said. He said more than some other people and use fewer words.
That's true.
So Pakofi, good one. So this is also a winner.
Also a winner.
I like it.
Also a winner.
All right, who's the next?
So we have our final winner, the top 3 list. And this is Etonam Vifa. Mama is called Miss Linda A. Domekbo.
Domekbo.
Yeah.
Domekbo.
But for Mama, let me start again. But for Mama, I'm not sure where I would have been. My father was violent and abusive.
Forgive.
And my mama wanted a healthy and peaceful environment for me to grow up in. So she had to run for her life, and she wasn't going to leave me behind. Mama took to her heels, not sure what was out there for us. I was only 3 years old then. Today, I am 11 years old.
Wow.
And I attend one of the best international schools in Ghana. I've seen my mama make sacrifices so that I can be happy. Recently, we treated the family tree in school. I returned home and I asked, Mama, I've never seen you with any male friend. Her response made me sad. To think that Mama put her emotional life on hold just so that I don't have to see different men come and go, just in case the relationships don't work out, made me sad. But it also made me appreciate her more.
Wow.
I love Mama, and I respect and appreciate her. Mama is prayerful and works hard.
That's an 11-year-old?
11-year-old.
This one is somewhere.
11-year-old.
Speaks about the complexities of the whole.
He already knows about abusive father and things.
And you see, exactly, and but to have a mother who can guide a child through such, because this kind of thing can scar you for life. And she's very present at 11. She's seen more than she's had to see, granted, but she's not.
Is that a girl?
A girl.
Okay,
she's not losing sight of the fact that there's light at the end of the tunnel for her.
This is
the man too high.
Well, I mean, we can't run judgments on that.
Okay, based on the evidence.
Based on the evidence
based on the evidence presented for now. Based on the claim.
It's to be one-sided.
So this is an 11-year-old.
11-year-old.
There was no age limit for entry, right?
No.
So it's interesting.
Last year, one of our winners was 10.
Yeah. What the last one?
Yes.
The
Nyamido.
So this one. So the second person was married. The first one was somebody who's obviously a bit older, and this is a young person. So you have all the three.
A nice spread.
Yeah. So the mother's name is Linda Domekbo.
Yeah.
She spells it D-O-R.
D-O-R.
Not D-O-A.
R.
You see, there's the name.
M-E-K-P-O-R.
Their name. If it was D-O-A.
Then Duameko.
But this is D-O-R. So I don't know whether it's a misspelling.
Yeah, this is unusual.
Yeah, usually you see D-O-A, but whatever. And Netonam Vifa is the name of the lady. So these three people, what do they win?
So they win, first of all, Mother's Day dinner is happening on Sunday, a portrait of Mama. Yesterday, Charlie, the people came to the show where they'll hang the lights in the city gardens, where the stage will be. They're running through the lists of food, Charlie, some apapransa and banku and things, you know. So they'll win, or they have won, spots at the Portrait of Mama Mother's Day dinner. Sunday, 14th May, 4 p.m. at the City Gardens, number 5 Ola Hansen Lane in Tesano. But also a weekend stay at one of Ghana's most luxurious getaway spots, a resort, so that they can go and relax. Just all the things that they have sacrificed. They should put them aside, put all their troubles in a corner somewhere, Ghana's economic problems on the back burner, and chill on our ticket. So that's what they've won.
Meanwhile, Sunday 14th May is the day for the Portrait of Mama. And if you want to get a ticket, you can call 0205 973 973. It's a Mother's Day dinner brought to you by Citi, sponsored by Dano Milk and Tasty Tom, supported by Juice Guy and Verve de Venet.
Yeah.
Wonderful. 350 cities per ticket, City Gardens, Ola Hansen, Tesano. Book a seat at the Portrait of Mama's Day dinner today. So Apioko just came through with the top 3. Castro Kofi Apia, whose disability notwithstanding, his mother guided him to become a great man. Mami Ajua Ntameke. Pa Kofi Hazel's mother, an amazing homemaker, helped with the delivery of his 2 children, helped to deliver a child at home. And there were complications in the hospital for the first one. She was there, Mrs. Georgette Hazel. Jiwu 2. Etonam Vifa is 11. Dad left home. There's a strange relationship with the mother. And she's graphically recounting how her mother's love and care led her to an international school. She's doing pretty well as an 11-year-old. So Mrs. Linda Domekbo, congratulations to you. We'll see all 3 of you on Sunday.
So,
yeah.
Bernard, so you know my pet project is basically using artificial intelligence. Hold on. Listen. Just to analyze all these 3 scripts that we just read
So
on air.
you put the scripts in AI.
Yeah, so I have analyzed using
ChatGPT.
So for the first one,
Yes.
let me start from the bottom.
Yes.
The one talking about the abusive relationship
Yeah,
suffered.
yeah.
So let me read for you what the analysis is.
So they analyzed this.
Exactly.
So what did you ask it to do?
So basically analyze and look out for
Distill
deep
the
emotions.
essential.
Exactly, and why it's compelling.
Okay.
So it says the passage, and this has to do with...
You just
the
sent a
third one.
photo of it. So
Yeah,
you
that's
didn't
right.
even type the text.
No, I took a photograph of it
And give
I
it to
did something
ChatGPT.
to it, and then ChatGPT is
That's AI for you.
It says the passage is a heartfelt expression of gratitude from a young boy,
Mm-hmm.
Eto Namzifa, towards his mother,
All right.
Linda
Young
A. Domako.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the passage highlights the challenges that Linda faced as a single mother,
Mm-hmm.
fleeing from a violent and abusive relationship,
Hey.
and the sacrifices that she made to provide a healthy and peaceful environment for Etonam to grow up in.
Wow.
Now, the passage also shows the admiration that Etonam has for his, mother's, strength, resilience, and hard work. It is evident that he has a deep love and respect for his mother, and he is grateful for that. And he goes on to say that overall, the passage is a touching tribute to the power of a mother's love.
How many
and the
seconds did it
impact.
take you to do this?
This was in less than 30 seconds.
Microseconds.
So you see, so it's so it.
This is not fair. Wow. So what the second one?
The second one says, which is about which one is that?
Was this the
The
guy?
Kofi Hazel one. It says the passage is a personal testimonial that expresses gratitude and admiration for the writer's mother, Mrs. Georgette Hazel. The writer highlights the critical role that the mother played in his life and how she helped him and his family overcome various challenges, including the preterm birth of his first child and the home delivery of a second child. Now, the writer notes that his mother acted as an advocate for his wife during the first delivery and also had to deliver the second child herself, despite having no prior experience. The writer acknowledges the mother's bravery and devotion, which he considers heroic. The contact information provided, and he goes on to give you some. And then the final one, which the very first one.
Yes, the gentleman who said
Exactly.
he had a disability.
It says the passage describes the speaker's gratitude towards the mother, Mama Adjoa Tameke. It says that the speaker reflects on their life and how their mother's support has been instrumental in their success. Now, the speaker mentions that without Mama's help, they would have been a cripple by the roadside in the village, begging for alms. However, due to mother's support, the speaker is now gainfully employed and able to take care of himself, including cleaning up his own mess.
Yes.
Now, the passage highlights the impact the mother has had on the speaker's education. Without the mother's help, the speaker would not have been able to achieve a first-degree certificate, let alone serve as a local secretary for Nooks. Now, mothers believe in the speaker's potential, and her encouragement, helped the speaker to gain confidence and overcome self-doubt. And finally, overall, the passage shows how the person's support and encouragement, a person's support and encouragement can make significant difference in another person's life. The speaker's gratitude towards the mother, which is Mama Adjoa Tameke, is evident, and it shows how the love and care of a parent can shape a person's life for the future.
Charlie. So in essence, you are saying that I'm no longer needed here.
You see, Samuel said something really instructive when he was speaking about the intervention of AI and how managers should be taking note of how it's shaping all kinds of things. So, for instance, if we are even doing, I can even use this to rank these essays. Without so that you will tell me what, in his view, relying on all the things that he knows, which one is the very best. So, for instance, instead of you sitting in as manager, sitting and then looking at the thing and say, which one is the very best, you do the scanning, or you take the photograph, feed it into the system and ask it to rank it for you based on specific emotional touch points that you want to highlight. And it will come with a list.
Bernard, you look very worried.
No, overwhelmed.
No, it's serious. It's serious.
So sometimes you should give the managers the training. Yeah.
No, but ChatGPT does interesting things. So when we were in Vancouver, Greg Brockman was one of the speakers at TED 23, co-founder of, the ChatGPT app. And he just said to the app that, we want you to give us a picture of a dinner spread.
Okay.
And mention, so we want some carbohydrates, we want some proteins. This thing generated a picture. And it's not an image that existed. So it picked chicken, beef, tablecloth, all those things, and created an image like what a graphics designer would do, and then gave it to us on a screen. So the thing is very powerful.
This is serious. Apioko, so you saw this firsthand from
live.
the co-founder of the group that created ChatGPT. OpenAI. That's another group. Wow, this is powerful stuff. This is powerful stuff. This is really powerful stuff, Apioko. Thank you for being on. I wanted to ask you about music though, because Samens is also saying that you're also a musicologist like Nathan.
Samens is giving me
They're exposing my music ignorance here. But thank you for coming on. We always love having you on the show.
Thank you for having
Apioko,
me.
come again tomorrow if you like. We won't sack you. We'll not sack you at all. Yeah.
I'm en route to
another event
to Kenya.
So you won't be there on Sunday yourself. You won't be there on Sunday.
Physically no, but my heart, my soul, and my spirit will be there.
But what did you go and do in Vancouver?
I went for the TED 2023 conference. So I'm an alumni TED speaker. I don't think a lot of people realize that. So I went there as a speaker ambassador.
You are an alumni
TED speaker. Yes, I spoke in 2020. Of course, COVID hit. So we had to pre-record our talks like movies. So we're walking around our communities around the world, shooting videos to be played. So we have a program called the Speaker Ambassador Program at TED. Now, when you have a particular cohort of speakers, for example, this year, 2023 TED speakers are going on the TED stage. We're assigned a speaker or two. And over the course of about 2 or 3 months, you work with the speakers virtually, help them understand what it's like to be a TED speaker, their confidence, things they should say, how they should present their material and whatnot. So my speaker, Hannah Ritchie, she's a data analyst, and she's a researcher at Oxford University.
Wow.
So she was the speaker I was mentoring. And then secondly, we have something called Discovery Sessions at TED. And they are 90-minute deep dive workshops. So I went to do a workshop titled Everyone is Poetry. So I took Percocet. I took Percocet, Sobolo, the dried hibiscus, Wintia, all these things, and then some of my work.
Wow.
And I had about 50 people in a room, and I took them through a writing process.
Your level is
international.
This is international Fisherman level.
Pure international.
You mean you were coaching them in the art and science of poetic writing?
Yes.
At TED in Vancouver.
In Vancouver.
That'd be a pure call for you.
And you're just walking here like that, like some. Oh my goodness!
We are all walking here. We are sitting by Samens and Bernard.
So you are going to Nairobi to do some other things.
Yes. Oh, this one's not. This one is on Samens' behalf. This is on Samens' behalf.
What are you going to do? What are you doing in Nairobi?
So Citi TV, we are the Voice of America, VOA's partners in Ghana. We've done a number of co-productions. Startup Africa, which has been airing on Citi TV and around the world. And this is a conference that they hold for their partners in Eastern, Southern, Western Africa every year. But since COVID hit, it hasn't happened. So we're going there, also hopefully going to learn some new trends post-COVID-19, what we should be doing with media, where we should be going, how we should be thinking. So I'm going to represent my boss, Samens, and the stations, Citi FM and Citi TV.
You need to give me one song. Which of the funk groups do you like?
As for me, I love the early funk. So James Brown, who of course was a pioneer of funk, because
Is it the guy with the Jerry curls, the Plemon?
James Brown
had a fro and
afro.
He was dancing like crazy.
Feels good.
Yeah, I thought you had Jerry girls. Or you had Pemi. Which one had Pemi? It was Pemi.
Okay, fro at first.
Yeah, you had Pemi. Yeah, the man
James
perm in
Brown,
hair.
yeah.
Sky.
I'm a big fan of James
A man
Brown.
perm in hair.
Hey, the boss.
I'm a big fan of James Brown. I'm also a big fan of Elvis. Of course, Elvis was rock and roll. But what a lot of people don't realize is that Elvis also took his music from the black church.
Yes.
Grew up in a black
Elvis?
community.
Yeah,
Yes.
Presley.
When Elvis, we are told that when Elvis's music started being played on US radio, people thought he was black. Couldn't see him because of his sound and his voice. So it took a while for anybody to pick him up and be his agent.
Wow.
And even then, he kept going into the community. So he faced a lot of backlash because people didn't understand why he was rolling with,
black
quote unquote,
boys.
Negroes. It was a big deal. So
White
I'm a
guy
big
who
fan of
sounded
his
like a
music.
black guy.
So
James
like this is
Brown.
Eminem of the
Exactly.
whatever period.
Exactly.
So James Brown, which songs of James Brown do you know?
I mean, anything James Brown is my
Hey.
thing. Any of them.
Some of us are repertoire is limited.
Any of them.
Get up, get on up.
I know that song.
Get up,
Get
get
on
on up. Yeah. Let's continue singing.
James Brown.
Yeah.
All right.
Or the
is James
boss.
Brown,
Or
then
the boss.
again, but is James Brown after Louis Armstrong or before?
Yeah.
Oh, after.
James Brown way after.
Louis Armstrong is
Yeah,
older.
After, way after.
Okay. So he's an I feel good. Na, 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 na. All right. And then get on now.
Yeah.
This
So
one.
he is
All right.
known as a pioneer of funk.
Oh, James Brown.
Yes.
He's
One
the
of the
pioneer of
pioneers
funk.
And especially the dance side of it.
Do we know where he's from?
I don't know where James Brown is from.
Can
I'll have
find
to
out.
check.
Yeah.
But he used to do a lot of things with the Jackson 5, and so I
Inspired
guess
Michael Jackson.
they may all be from the,
But what is Motown? The Motown.
Oh, Motown Records.
Yeah.
Gordon Barry.
So I'm told it's like a whole movement.
So
They did some, and there's a lot of music that came from
Gordon
that.
Barry at the time
Mm-hmm.
co-founded Motown Records, and the idea was that we had all these record labels that would, at their choosing, reject black music because it didn't fit
Into
a certain
the mold.
mold. So this guy got some money, set up Motown Records, and then started signing on a lot
So
of
he was
the,
from
the
Detroit.
big names. Detroit.
And
he
Detroit
was.
is called Motor City,
There
which
you
is
go.
Motown, Detroit,
Motown.
Michigan.
Yeah.
Okay.
And over the time, we came to know what became the Motown sound. Of course, he had the sound engineers, he had the producers,
So why did
voice
Achimota school
coaches.
tell us that they are Motown?
No, I don't know. They have to
What's their problem? We are talking Motown. What's
They have to tell us.
I'm
sure there's a reason.
I don't know.
What does it? Is this Achimota? Achimota.
What does that do with Motown?
Is a
Motown.
Motown that they twisted it
Motown.
to
Oh,
Motown.
Lord.
Oh, just that's what it is. Nothing more than that.
There's no
Oh,
philosophy
Oh, yeah.
behind it.
I even thought they were mowing. In my school, they say if you do mow, it means you learn.
Yeah.
So like Motown, a town of mowers. Oh, so is that the Achimota, no, the Motown?
Yeah, the motor that they did in
Oh.
Motown. That's
Oh.
all.
Okay. Done.
Oh, yeah.
No.
But anyway,
That's
James
quite
Brown is from South
Because
Carolina.
Motown was a big phenomenon at the time, so yes.
Oh, they don't.
James Brown was from South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Oh, okay.
James Brown.
So still the South. Makes sense.
Guy, you done me there. We just did. Charlie. We
Charlie,
just
we
went.
did,
Yeah, we went. Charlie. We
problem
don't
no
have,
dey.
we don't get problem. Oh, Charlie. Oh my God. So yeah, Motown.
So, Pieko, when you go, there's a good friend of mine when in a school together. The name is Michelle Mudoni.
Is that how they?
Send my.
Is that how they send greetings?
I'm
But Kenya is not.
where does she
Kenya,
live?
but Kenya is not the
How
village.
do I
oh,
find
like,
No. Yes, no. She's going to
How do I
Nairobi.
find her?
She's in Nairobi,
Also-
right? So I'm.
Is she a popular
but
person?
The conference is happening in Nanyuki. So we'll move from Nairobi to the mountainside.
Oh, I see.
You know,
Hey,
it's a whole
easy.
retreat
Yeah.
on Samez's behalf.
No,
No, Samez ran away from that. So he said, "Make her go."
If I collect per diem from Onana,
No, I didn't run away. I mean, that's what you do. So.
I mean, if I go tack Onana for per diem,
I know. Hey, Ghana.
Charlie, the more time people say with the more. No, Motown.
If you don't know, that's a bit more recent.
Nathan, there's a story. Motown exposed on CBS.
Achimota
school exposed.
I don't know that.
The time they start calling it Motown.
No, it wasn't a term.
Wasn't a term.
So it was the
It's Achimota, the motor that they tell them.
But do they do records night? in
Yeah,
Motown?
they used to do that.
So I even thought it had to do with music because Achimota,
Well, look, they will have to
the
explain
mood, the
what-
term
Somebody
mo,
randomly just.
They will have
but
to
the term
explain
mo,
to us.
is it not one that flows from the
No,
fact
no,
that
no, no,
Achimota was
no.
top
No, no, no,
school
no.
and people
No,
were-
not
It didn't
necessarily.
even start from Achimota. No.
So what is the
So
origin
Motown
of the
Records,
word?
no, they are from. You see, sports guy, you know that in the US, right? In the US, the car manufacturing companies, the headquarters is Detroit, Detroit, Michigan, right? So you have GM, you have
Ford,
and then you have, I forget the name of the third one, Chrysler. So Detroit for many years had a lot of black people working within those.
And Cadillac.
Yes. So I visited I used to live in Ann Arbor, so I know what I'm talking about. So Motown, and it was also like an economic powerhouse in a way, right, in the Midwest before all the troubles came in. Detroit is actually now struggling.
Yeah, a
You know,
lot.
it's almost like the car is almost the epitomization of the decimation of the auto industry. Charlie. So all the Detroit is in its past glory. If you go to Detroit now, it's not. It's
Some
not what
parts
it
don't
is.
even have water.
Yes, there are parts of Detroit. There was a story in Clinton's time about a town that had water polluted. Yeah. So it's, and US is that's strange. Once the technology moves, business moves. The whole, because the whole system is sustained by the economics.
Yeah. I mean, now you have what they call it. Is it whatever?
Silicon Valley.
But they have outsourced the majority of the things.
Yeah, but I had one last question for you guys. So what's which of the Motown Records artists was the most successful?
Wow.
Oh, that's very debatable.
Okay, yeah, but maybe top one.
Because you had
the Jackson
you had the
Five,
Jackson
and then
Five.
Michael Jackson
Then you had
himself.
Michael Jackson.
But would you describe Michael Jackson as coming from Motown Records?
Yes, he that's
because Michael
where
Jackson transcends everything.
But that's where he started.
Okay, so you can
that's
say
where
that.
he started. Indeed, one of his brothers actually married Gordon Berry's daughter.
It's important to solidify the links.
You see, then you have Diana Ross, who is one of my favorites. And
Diana Ross.
Yes, Diana Ross was huge for Motown Records.
She was
massive, global. You know.
Diana Ross.
Yeah.
Yep. She collaborated with Marvin Gaye a lot of times.
Diana Ross.
Yeah.
It's my turn.
What's the difference between Diana Ross and Aretha Franklin? Who's better? Who's bigger? Who's older?
Aretha is older.
Aretha is much earlier.
Yes,
than
Aretha
Diana
is
Ross.
older.
Okay.
And Diana, Diana came from the early girl band tradition. So she was with the Supremes, she was a lead singer, then broke away. So another example, like Samen said, of a breakaway who became big, you know.
Like Beyonce.
But Aretha was a proper vocalist who had also started from the church.
So all of us are
So
from the
her
church.
voice, you'd find her doing a lot of the high ballads, whatnot. Diana had a softer voice at the time. Her voice was seen to be softer. So it was easy to also move her into what...
They say you have to go, but I have one last question. So in all the groups, there are, again, two groups I don't know whether they are part of the genre of the bands, TLC, SWV. What kind of people are these?
Oh, they are R&B.
R&B. So R&B. So R&B is 90s.
Yes.
R&B is 90s.
So funk is 80s.
Yes.
Okay.
SWV gave us a very popular Right Here. Right here, be right here.
Sisters with Voice.
Good, that's SWV. And then you had
TLC,
TLC.
Waterfalls.
They Waterfalls. They did Creep.
Genie in the Bottle.
Genie in the
No,
Bottle.
Genie in the Bottle is Destiny's Child. That's later.
So Queen Latifah, where does she fall?
Queen Latifah, she did
was
rap. She's
rap,
early
hip-hop.
90s.
It's
Rap, hip-hop.
hip-hop, R&B.
Yeah. She was like
that woman is
conscious
talented,
doing
wow.
those things, Charlie.
She's an actor.
Very,
She's
very, very talented.
Queen Latifah is solid.
So you had between the funk and the R&B, you had a techno period.
Okay, techno music.
The techno
Yeah,
music,
yeah.
where it was more electronic
sound.
Okay.
So Axel Foley, da 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 da. That's techno.
Is that what we
Yeah,
used to call
I salute.
So techno was 80s. You've mentioned it, and it's great. Ajete Soa, a lot of the songs Ajete Soa they used to dance to were techno songs.
And then later on, Terry Bright Ofosu and,
Asopo.
Bring Asopo.
That's about the song Ajete Soa won that championship with. He had the song. He danced to a set here, but so those were like the techno.
So those songs were made for dancing.
No, but DJ Abek, why don't want to drop that song?
No, we will drop out.
So those songs were actually made for the early 90s discotheques. Because they were moving away from the discotheques of the 80s.
It was actually mid 80s.
Okay.
Mid 80s. That's where I get them.
So those were the songs they were dancing to.
So those songs influenced. It's just me to dance. There's not saying anything else.
When you think about it, there seems to be a lot of lyrics. There aren't a lot of vocals.
See, there's a very interesting transition that we noticed here. A lot of them required bands, set
Proper
up
band,
bands.
not just DJs.
And so the entry capital had become huge. While they were at it, the young guys were coming together to form groups. So as we ended the 80s, some of these groups have started emerging as R&B groups.
Okay.
And you can name them, endless lists.
So when we say R&B, what are we talking
Rhythm
about?
and blues.
No, I know. I'm saying
black music.
What I'm trying to ask is
slower tempo.
yes.
Like
so it's like what differentiates R&B from funk?
So funk is hardcore, quicker tempo, upbeat music. R&B is generally slower.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
R&B is a vibe.
Yeah.
But it's typically black people music.
And I'm more focused on the lyrics. So now you had the songwriters making their names because they were writing music
So somebody
for the
like
groups.
Kenneth Edmonds, Babyface. He's your typical R&B.
You've mentioned Charlie. You have to stand up for
that
that.
is a platform on which
kind of
about 80% of the successful R&B production.
Braxton.
Tony Braxton was really good. Braxton was really good.
Tevin Campbell. Can we talk
just for a minute?
Or the other song, I'm ready to get that's
okay.
Yeah. So
what about Boys to Men? Where do they fall?
Oh, Boys to Men is also very massive.
Yeah. They're also within that.
Yeah. So they had the slower,
okay,
ballads. Yes, the ballad type of song.
And then there's Joe.
And even
Joe.
There's Joe.
There's a guy called Joe who used to.
He also did.
He even came to Ghana.
Yeah, he came
yes,
to Ghana.
he did.
And then there's Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam. What song he did do?
Uncle Sam. I'll get you Uncle Sam.
So these are the typical R&B. Which one?
When I see you smile.
Yeah. And the other thing about this, a lot of the songs are very easy to sing along.
Oh yeah.
They are very easy to sing along.
Most of them were love songs too.
Yeah.
And while they were at it, the English people were creating their own nest of musicians. Where you had the Boys Zones, where you had the Westlife.
And then there was this, what are these girls? Spice Girls.
The
Spice Girls came up mid to late 90s.
They were doing their own thing. They couldn't be bothered.
But the Spice Girls were.
Tell me what you want, what you really want. I tell you what you
Spice
want.
Girls were really powerful.
I wanna.
Back to back.
So Posh Spice was David Beckham's wife, and then there was a Black
Spice, Baby Spice, Scary Spice, Mel B.
Yeah. So Spice Girls were phenomenal.
Yeah.
They were powerful. They took the world
British
by storm.
music
They
to
took
the
the world
world.
by storm. Wow. Yeah. So R&B is what we are. So where are we now in the world music now? Are we still doing R&B? Where are we?
We're seeing a lot of pop.
People are doing a lot of
pop has
Really?
opened itself up to a level where they can now take Afro music. And that's why
the
today
demand
on
for the Afro.
global stage you have Afro musicians given the platform, like Bernard Boy, like the lady
Thames,
Kid,
this
Tiwa
girl,
Savage.
Tiwa Savage.
Tiwa.
So this is where we are.
So now we are on pop. Pop.
I think it's pop, world pop.
These things need to be explained to people
And
like us. So
technology,
popular music.
Technology is partly responsible for this. And the consumption patterns of downloads is what is directing people on the streets.
So things like Spotify and things have come to change the game.
iTunes, Apple.
So
because data science is telling them that this is where the trend is going.
It is why for Friday, and we'll talk to Tobias. It is why, for example, if you listen to Stoneboy's new album, it is essentially an Afrobeat album. Essentially, that's what it is. Great different music.
Its colors.
It's all different shades of Afro. That's why you turn on TV to watch MB on ESPN, and at halftime they are playing Thames, they are playing Wizkid, they are playing Burna Boy, they are playing Black Sheriff.
So now everything is coming together. That's what you're saying. Wow.
And it's Africa's time.
So it's our time, which is why our artists are in high demand, and the kind of music they do is being recognized now.
Our Ghanaian artists should learn how to two things: learn how to speak English,
so that they can take advantage,
or be true to your local language in a proper sense.
So your authenticity will not be
your
eroded.
authenticity will not be questioned.
Because the world space is there for you
sit here
now.
And we listen to Youssou N'Dour. We remember Youssou N'Dour and Sherry.
And even Salif Keita.
And we don't understand the language.
We don't understand a word, but we enjoy.
Yeah.
So if you want to do chi music, do it well.
Do it well.
Very well.
Because now the world is your
English,
stage.
They will mark you by your English.
Mm.
That's why the Nigerians are penetrating.
Because they are singing in pidgin.
I mean,
Singing
I never forget. In South Africa, I sat in an Uber.
And
the guy was playing the song. And I knew that the song is a Ghanaian song. He told me it's Nigerian.
He was arguing with you.
Yes. He told me it's Nigerian.
But the people say we are the same as Nigerians anyway. So that one day,
There's
when you go to East Africa, they say we are all
there's
Ghana
a
Nigeria
plus
people.
to it.
Yeah.
And the negative side is that we don't have the numbers.
So they overshadow you.
They will overshadow you.
Yeah, they overshadow you. But I think there's a promise in there as well. All right, guys. So, look, Apioko, thank you for passing through.
Thank you for having me.
I think I should make this a regular once a week. Come and pass
Oh, I'll
through.
gladly come.
You know,
Don't worry.
come and if the Oga or that top will agree. Come and pass through.
Apioko is too busy.
No, she's not. She says she's not.
Apioko, she wears about 5 hats.
She says she can give me 1 day a week.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Can you give me 1 day a week?
1 day is
Just 1 day. Just pass through with your colored hair. With the permission of Nayu. So Stombo will be on the show on Friday to talk to us about his new album. A lot of things happening on the show today. We will spend the rest of the hour doing some hardcore issues. So 4 buildings have collapsed this week.
But before I go, just with your permission.
Yes.
People are asking for the number
Yes.
for the boot camp.
Yeah, let me give it to you. Let me give it to you. Where did I write?
0242 011
424.
424.
0242 011 424. It's a 6-day boot camp, 26th June. And this is management education brought to you by Citi with a very carefully selected group of business educationists, business practitioners, high level indeed. So call this number, register by end of May, so you can take part for end of June. So 0242 011 424.
And I did say that your company should can do on your behalf, but let me also emphasize that if you're an individual and you think you want to be part, you can also call the number. It's open for both companies and individuals.
Wonderful. When we come back, we'll jump into a couple of running stories. Citi Breakfast Show. Stay with us. Achio Fusu, wishing him a happy birthday. And this message from Afi, your bestie. And then Kofi Adoma has sent me a message that
Which Kofi Adoma?
Kofi Adoma,
Charlie.
What's it?
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning, Kofi.
World Miracle Day. My baby. On this special day, I say thank you. Thank you for marrying me, and thank you for making me the best version of myself. Having you as a wife makes me know that God loves me more than anyone else. I am still asking God what I did for him to make me get such a treasure as a wife. So the kind of thing is added here. I can't even.
It's okay.
Let's get to miracle.
Charlie, go over. This X-rated message that you sent to.
It's serious.
Is that my good friend Kofi Adoma?
I'm shocked.
In the rest of the show,
that this is saying on the message.
You don't. We'll see.
Are you aware that 10-year-olds are listening to the show? No, I can only send it to you.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway, let me also do a reaction. Hello, Bernard. The name Motown was taken from Motown Records in Detroit because in the late 60s, during Records Night, the latest hits were first played in Achimota, where a lot of other schools attended, so it became a household name.
Probably true.
This is CM Plaka providing additional files.
Yeah. And he's Mr. Motown. He's Mr. Achimota through and through. So
yeah. And the name is Berry Gordy. Not Gordon, but I think she made a mistake. Berry Gordy.
Berry Gordy Jr.
Yeah, Berry Gordy.
Yeah.
I have a few more messages on the.
Yes, I have one quick birthday. This is to my very good friend, one of my mates, one of the best mates from Accra Academy, my year group, Dennis Osei. Dennis Osei, happy birthday to you. Chico Ja, you are the man. So Charlie, enjoy your day and stay blessed. Have a good one.
All right, so I'll read a few of them for you before we get into the business, before we get into the discussions around the buildings.
Great. A few more. This one says, Busta Rhymes was in a group called Leaders of the New School. Yes, that's
Busta Rhymes.
Busta Rhymes.
So it means once he left, the group also
moved on, went solo, and then the rest they say is history.
Who sang "Who Let the Dogs Out"?
That's the Baha Men. I remember that song came out in 2000.
Who let the dogs out?
The Baha Men. The person's dropping more names. Far Side, Charlie. Wabudinho. Far Side.
This is PHAR.
Yeah, Far Side. The Loss of the Underground. Cypress Hill.
Wait. Is this Far Side that I'm actually say Far Side Entertainment?
No, this one's a Far Side Enterprise, not this one.
Okay, I thought it was Far Side.
Far Side, Lots of the Underground. Cypress Hill, Charlie. Cypress Hill. They mentioned the group and Guru. Yeah. So your show is taking me back to
Kalamibad. I remember this name.
Yeah,
Kalamibad.
Called Kalamibad.
Yes.
This one says Bone Thugs had a song with Akon. I tried. That is true. Very nice song. Charles from Asofan. And then someone says we should play Bone Thugs. I tried with Akon. Great. This was American groups that came to Ghana in the 90s. Cooler Than Gang. Okay. Arrested Development.
Public Enemy.
Chuck D. SWV. They came with Louis Farrakhan for a concert held at the Independence Square. That's from DJ Nature.
Wow.
Be right here.
All right. Join Old Mutual as we celebrate our 10th anniversary in Ghana. It's a fantastic celebration. Here are a few facts about us. We are a leading financial customer service provider with innovative customer solutions across the country. A workforce of about 500 employees across the country, playing a crucial role in championing customer operations. Old Mutual is the first insurance brand to introduce WhatsApp insurance and an annuity package. And we provide superior customer service to clients through a 16-hour call center facility, a WhatsApp chatbot, and self-service portal for easy accessibility. Call 0501 579-206. Old Mutual do great things every day. Now, if you're thinking to start a career in business analysis, build your business analysis skills, get the business analysis certification, and be sure to capitalize on the high demand across industries. In today's corporate world, business analysts are ever more critical to delivering the best business outcomes for the organizations. So don't wait. Enroll today and take the first steps on your way to a brighter future with IIBA Business Analysis Certification. Call 0246-809-200. Visit our website, centerforanalytics.com. Maybe one day you guys can talk to me about how music streaming has changed the music landscape because of some of the things we're saying that, you know, in the past, there's just the media houses and then the CDs and then the LPs. So the process of distribution made it more difficult. But now, you can be home today, they'll release the thing, you download it, and you pay a subscription. So we actually can tell who's popular now. It's not an artificial media-controlled platform. Do you get my point? As in, look, if people like your song, they'll stream it. It will be on YouTube, it will be on Spotify, it will be on all those other platforms. So it also means that you can come from obscurity with good quality, with good management. You can really do very well. So
It has its own downsides too.
no, just like AI is positive than negative. I think so, more positive than negative. Now let me come to Standard Water before I go to the buildings. Standard Water has over 25 years experience in providing quality water. It's an old and good brand. Went out of the system in a while, came back strong. It's actually one of the first sachet waters I ever bought.
I think it
Standard
actually
Water.
Penny.
Yeah, Standard Water was there. And sachet water, bottled water, dispenser mounted jar. I like dispenser mounted water jar because I think it's a more environmentally friendly water than the sachets and the bottles. And it also, I'll give you an example. Like if a child takes the sachet or the bottle, they can waste it. But for the dispenser, you can only fetch what you want to drink.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good. I think it's a good invention for
I'm
homes.
actually looking for one to buy, but I want to buy it and pay small.
No, I took one from Samens.
Okay.
And the good thing about that you can put different water brands on top of it, and then you can cool the water. In fact, I can even heat the water. So if you want to, you can decide not to plug it. But if you want to do like a hot beverage, you don't actually need to even do heater. You can. And you know the funny thing, I actually think that like if you take like secondary schools, when I was in secondary school, they didn't allow us to bring heater. If you have a dispenser mounted water jar in the dormitory, you can get hot water to do your beverage.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, so a lot of organizations use it. So I think it's a good invention.
Yeah, you need to connect me because I need one actually.
You need one?
Yeah, the dispenser.
I took one from my boss.
Yeah, so
I don't know if he has one. Or talk to the sales guys.
Yeah, they will arrange.
Yeah, the people they'll organize one for you.
But you want to pay.
So Ivan and Doris, they are the Standard Water people. So there's a guy called Ivan Aivi.
Oh, okay.
And Doris Mensah. They are the two people who deal.
The system.
They'll run you.
Behind the system.
They'll run you with Standard Water. So the number is 0202 055 703. You know, 020505. Sorry, 0202 055 703. And then Nathan, do one last one before I come to
First Atlantic Bank. They have great news for government workers whose salaries are paid by the Controller and Accountant General's Department. Now, these workers can apply for a loan of up to 150,000 cedis for all their pressing needs. It's called the First Atlantic Bank Payroll Loan.
Yeah, man.
Just dial *442*30# or visit any First Atlantic Bank branch near you to enjoy the lowest rates. First Atlantic Bank, refreshing.
I want to say good morning to Ni Amponsa Queen. Ni Amponsa. He works at First Atlantic Bank.
He's a big man.
Yeah, he used to be in events at Citi. Yeah. He's a correct guy. But the people say I shouldn't talk about their building. I should talk about the Wu-Tang Clan.
Hey!
They say they don't want this, but they don't matter.
The Wu-Tang Clan.
They say Bernard.
They want us to talk about.
Bernard, talk about the Wu-Tang Clan, please.
The Wu. Enter the 36 chamber.
You know, go for me and Sky, we are not that good in this, so we are just taking it. But it's like
on the periphery.
Do you know Wu-Tang Clan?
Wu-Tang Clan have moved from hardcore music to films. You know, Razor.
Oh, they are into movies now.
Oh, yeah, Razor.
Like they're good.
Jizza.
You know,
Where did they get their names from? Where did they get their
Method Man?
The Wu-Tang Clan.
So it said
ODB. I can't say what ODB stands on radio.
The late ODB.
Now you are making me think.
So again, like
Ghostface Killer.
They are from New York.
They got a foot pad, bro. For some,
they are from New York. And they also group, very conscious rap, very interesting group, right? And of course, leader is Reza. He's a producer.
What's their most popular song?
They have a lot of them. For the rap heads, the popular song is not popular in terms of everybody knows, but the rap heads know Triumph, Cream, Cash Rules Everything Around Me. That's so they call it Cream. Songs like
Why are they
Triumph.
called the Wu-Tang Clan?
Because all of them are kung fu heads. All of them grew up watching kung fu movies. And so they kind of but they adapted, got it right? They adapted the name from the Wu-Tang or the Wu-Dang or whatever. Yeah. If you listen to some of their songs, you find snippets from Chinese movies and things. Those are influence.
The Wu-Tang Clan.
The Wu-Tang Clan, yeah. They have a lovely W sign and things, yeah. Even
their
first album was named after that Chinese movie, Enter the 36 Chambers.
A movie called
The 36 Chambers
the 36 Chambers of Shaolin. So they named their first album Enter the 36 Chambers.
What did you do with our childhood? What did you do? Music, we don't know. Movie, we don't know. Only thing we know is football. Hey! Enter the 36 Chambers of Shaolin.
Thank you.
So the movie was 36 Chambers of Shaolin, starring Gordon Liu, right? Godfred. Gordon Liu.
Hey,
Gordon Liu was in that.
They know the starring film.
I was watching it recently on TV. So a lot of the Wu-Tang Clan members, they grew up watching these Chinese movies and they liked it.
Yeah, but you know the Chinese movie, why do they do? Then you do.
And they start to fight.
But actually, the thing was that it was the dubbing.
It was the VO, the voiceovers.
Yes, it was the VO dubbing.
Well, it was in Chinese, eh?
Yeah, most of the.
So the English was.
That would be in Cantonese if it was coming from the Guangzhou area, which
You
was
killed my mother yesterday.
the Shaw
I remember.
Brothers production. No, but those shows were light on dialogue.
Yeah,
Heavy on action.
Why are they always fighting?
Always fighting.
But that's why we enjoy it.
What are they fighting for?
No, you see, if you looked at most of the storylines of those films, they dealt with themes of honor, of patriotism,
heroism.
You know, so
overcoming the
odds. So it wasn't just, and it was also propagation of culture, which was kung fu. You know, in its different forms.
Yeah.
So you might enjoy it as just this, but for
the one that they fight plenty people and they are like the one they talk like they are fighting, you know, it's like they are dancing and you jump.
Yeah, because it's choreographed.
Then the guy would like just take a gun and shoot the guy.
No, because in their culture, you do not settle disputes with guns.
Charlie, why do you have to jump high and then keep? Yeah,
that's it. An element of entertainment, you know, with the wire rigging.
And then the other one person fighting 10 people. It's like some guy is on champion big cup, then he's fighting. Then we do.
That's it. They are fun stuff.
So the Wu-Tang Clan, they like kung fu music.
Yes.
And they like the principles of Chinese and Eastern philosophy, basically.
Which is why they. By the way, who sang Everybody Likes Kung Fu Fighting? We played a lot.
Carl Douglas.
Was it in the.
Carl Douglas 70s. 70s
okay.
disco.
That was a nice song, actually.
Yeah. And he actually has another song called Dance the Kung Fu.
Oh, there is a Kung Fu guy, pa.
Yeah, he didn't like dancing. He liked Kung Fu.
I think there was a period in the 70s and 80s where Kung Fu, although B-rated movies, were very popular in the cinema industry. They kept the cinema industry alive. Like even if you come to Ghana, if you went to Gaskia, if you went to you'd see the artwork. You see the art, they'll paint the thing at the Gaskia cinema.
And God,
King Solomon, Roxy,
the cinemas.
I have a question for you. Somebody says, Bernard, since you guys are discussing music now, what is the latest on the Manchester or Bravo versus Drake? The $10 million, we need it pounds. Please, is that matter?
Well, we don't know. We don't know what that.
The thing is in court.
No,
put a reporter on it. It's a very important story for me because when that 10 million comes, I'll go and meet a Bravo at the airport.
So, what I think we need to do is find out which
of the courts
is hearing it, and it will be easy to follow.
Because we need the 10 million pounds.
Yeah, because last week we were busy following the Ed Sheeran and
James Brown.
Yes. No, it wasn't James Brown.
Marvin Gaye
family.
Why? And Common Sense prevailed.
What song was that?
Thinking Out Loud. So the contest was that it was from one of the co-writers of Marvin Gaye's Let's Get It On.
Let's Get It On.
And their allegation was that Ed Sheeran's song was structure-wise was similar.
Yeah.
And so they
a
said
portion.
Yes, a portion. They said
so. What did the court say?
So the court. So Ed Sheeran said, "Listen, what you are saying, the building blocks of my song the chords. Let me see. Say the chords are common chords. If
So
you
it's not-
listen
it's
to
not-
it,
it's
it's not like you can't sit there
it's
and
not
say,
proprietary?
yes, you can't say, oh, I own these chords. These are songs. A lot of songs have the
didn't
same
use your
structure.
words.
I didn't use your words, and we cooked it nicely in my kitchen with my co-writer. So back and forth, the jury said, listen, this claim some way.
But you know the thing about judicial. So the judge has to. It's a jury, not a judge. So it means would the jury have to have music people on it?
Ed Sheeran actually played. He had a guitar there, and he played his song
In the jury for the
yes,
jury.
and he played.
to explain it to them.
To explain, so
The
he played
progressions.
the progression of the
Wow.
song, and then he played Marvin Gaye's "Let's Get It On," and then the people on there prosecuting said, look, he's even mixed the two songs. And Ed Sheeran said, I can play you 10 songs in
Wow.
using the same chord structure. So it's nothing.
So he won the case.
Yes.
Yeah, it was considered a big case. Even though there have been other cases. You remember
Bloodlines.
we did a show last 2 weeks
But I
ago
hope it
where
won't
people were
affect
saying-
our case.
No.
Our case is very
No, our case, dear, we Charlie.
But for creatives, the Ed Sheeran case was a big one for them because
Case means what?
Yeah, but
you enjoy yourself into that theory.
How you bad? Oh, bravo! The way I dey play music for you, that 10 million campa, Charlie.
Bravo one.
We have to Charlie.
He just needs a good lawyer.
there.
Who is his lawyer?
He has a lawyer there.
He
The
needs
US.
a proper law.
US, yeah. Who Charlie? Who do giddy
Not
giddy?
Tie
galamsey lawyer.
Yeah.
tie the loose ends.
Yeah. So if you get proper lawyer who know who has done cases.
Because it's clear that Charlie, the man just picked the thing. And the fact that you even requested ahead of time.
No, Bradford didn't-
suggests that you know that
if
he owns
we pay the lawyer 1 million, we can keep the 9.
You think American lawyer will take 1 million? That's guy.
No,
If you get away with 5 million out of the 10, you are in luck.
What's the percentage the issue? Is that percentage matter? Oh, Sky.
It's not
But he
straightforward
will
like that.
absorb certain costs.
It all depends on
Charlie,
whatever
10 million, we
agreement
need
that
at least. Charlie, the thing is not looking as attractive anymore.
Oh, you can.
The lawyers here, our lawyers here, they are joking.
They are not getting money.
Not that they
Hey,
are committed.
Sama.
What I'm saying. No, I'm telling you. In the UK, Sky will tell you, if you call your lawyer, you call your lawyer on phone,
Yes.
the first thing he will tell you is, give me a sec. He presses the
Billable
stopwatch.
hours. So as you are talking to him, he's calculating the time.
Yes!
Lord Panic.
Then they are going to
Manchester
charge you for
City
the
lawyer.
time you spend talking to them.
Hey, and again, you're from free interview, sir.
You know them.
All right, since you're on the music K,
This one says, well done on your demystification of the myths in music. Did you do that? So I'm really enjoying the program, but discussing music without Whitney Houston and R. Kelly is like touring France without visiting the Eiffel Towers.
No, today we're talking about funk music and then some of the evolution. Yes. Bernard, you have made Sky quiet on this kind of songs. Please give him a minute to do bobo. Charlie, Sky, Charlie, they want to draw you in, but you don't be drawn into that. No, ignore him. Yeah. From the late 40s to 60s, R&B was considered the most popular music genre, but was often mixed and mistaken with rock and roll because of the predominant use of guitar and drums. The name Motown was taken from Motown Records in Detroit. This is Plaka. Achimota Jams Night was called Records Night. We have also been the house for popular music master Ken Kafu and CM Plaka. Okay. What about Chuck Berry, the pioneer and king of rock and roll? Let's show him some love. Who is Chuck Berry?
He was also popular back then.
I don't know him.
Yeah.
Chuck, do you know Chuck Berry?
No.
Miss Chuck Norris, I know. By the way, who is the best action hero? Since we're on the...
This is not fair.
This is not fair.
Let's be on the... So I'm giving Rambo.
You mean Sylvester Stallone?
Yes, Sylvester Stallone.
Arnold
Schwarzenegger. Chuck Norris. Steven Seagal.
They've all had periods.
No, who is the greatest?
No, that one is tough.
You know how Marvel music can do, Marvel people can do and bring all the
Avengers assemble.
They bring everybody together. So if you had Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
They did the Expendables and had put them almost all of them together.
Did they fight against each other?
No, they were on the same team.
So which demon were they fighting? No, but seriously, who is the greatest action hero in the Western side? Because I'm sure the Eastern people have their own.
Jet Li and Co.
Yes. But by the way, Bruce Lee versus this guy, Jackie Chan. Who is better?
Bruce Lee is seminal. You see, we had this conversation about
Bruce Lee's an icon.
Transcending. Jackie Chan is almost iconic. I must
Jackie Chan also
iconic.
But Jackie Chan is also funny sometimes.
Yes, not funny sometimes. Jackie Chan changed the game. You see, the slapstick combination with martial arts.
It was new.
changed the
People
game
hadn't
because
seen it before.
That gave entry to greater markets. What
Okay.
he brought.
So it was more light.
Yes.
Yes.
But Bruce Lee is hardcore.
But you see, Bruce Lee
Bruce
inspired
Lee inspired
all
the
of them.
generation of martial
Okay,
arts.
so let's put that aside. I'm on the western side. Chuck Norris, Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Steven Seagal. Who else is there?
Seagal fell off quite early.
There was a black guy too. I forget his name.
Seagal fell off quite
Like which guy had a sustained run?
There was Carl Weathers back then. Action Jackson.
Yeah, so I'm saying who is the greatest?
Down there.
Well, I think
I'll go for Stallone.
You think Sylvester Stallone?
Yeah, between Stallone and Schwarzenegger. A good case with
Schwarzenegger had more like guns and power, like
action.
Yeah, but no,
We haven't stated
okay. In terms
action.
of like one on one.
No, but those two didn't do one.
They didn't
like,
do
One on one.
giddy sound.
No, who is the greatest action hero?
Yeah, I'm saying between.
We got a movie called The Last Action Hero.
That's even Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
So Arnold Schwarzenegger is the greatest.
I would.
You go with Stallone.
I would go with Schwarzenegger.
You go with Schwarzenegger. Nathan.
Yeah, I think I'll go with Arnold.
I'll go with
I'll
Stallone.
go with
Why?
Arnold.
Stallone's level, I mean, they are rivals.
Charlie,
you know?
Stallone, eh?
But you see,
Rambo was good.
Charlie, not First Blood.
First blood.
Charlie, Rambo, they feed there some jungle where somebody from helicopter come. Rambo beat everybody.
But Schwarzenegger had
shoot them from the back.
two movies within that period. If for every Rambo there was that film, everybody started associating Commandos with the movie Commando.
yeah.
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger, where he's painting the face.
Yeah, so-
yeah.
We used to do that as kids.
Yes.
So in terms of the defining star will be Stallone.
For me, I think
Schwarzenegger.
I think Rambo changed the game as well.
Yeah.
Okay,
The
but
war movie.
Rambo was good, as was Commando. And then people forget Schwarzenegger did Predator.
Rambo starred in Commando.
No, he did it. Schwarzenegger did.
Schwarzenegger.
Commando. Commando was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Stallone
yeah.
did Rambo, the
No,
Rambo
but
series.
It's Rambo as well.
If the two meet, who will win? That's the question
I think they
for the
have
day.
different
Styles.
different styles.
No, we have to bring them together to resolve that matter.
I think that-
No, we have to.
You see,
But
both of
they
them
actually
didn't like
appeared
heavy
together
dialogue.
in
they
extended.
didn't like him.
No, we want them to fight. We don't want them to talk. We just want to bring the two of them and say, Charlie.
the whole idea of opening film up to the African American community is where you mention these names.
Yeah.
Because hitherto you had very Caucasian feature films, you know, and even the series that they have, Steve Margaret's Hawaii Five-0, and you know, you know, and then you
couldn't
have.
relate.
No, even Hawaii Five-0 was popular in Ghana.
Yeah.
You know, and then the Saints,
Roger Moore.
you know, and things like that. But when
Simon
it
Templar.
got to these guys,
Yeah.
mind you, this Bruce Lee thing we can't even ignore it because it was like a defining moment for film. Bruce Lee was American.
Yeah,
Originally from Hong Kong, but American.
Okay.
And people forget that Bruce Lee died very early.
Yes. 74.
1973. He died in
73.
73.
So before we were even born, the guy was dead.
Yes.
So it gave him that.
I was
Hey,
watching Bruce Lee
the guy.
when I was in primary school, and I thought that the man was
alive.
sitting somewhere.
But I
He was so influential.
So, but I wanted to push the Arnold Schwarzenegger Commando versus Rambo because I think that Rambo is better because
People are-
you know in English you can say they enter the building Rambo.
On Commando style.
But people are.
When you are doing a story, you say in the Rambo style approach. So
But you know, people are.
he has now found his way.
Samir Yafi and Co are pushing in
Van Damme.
Jean-Claude Van
Jean-
Damme.
Hey,
Van Damme.
not kickboxing.
No, kickboxing. He was an action
It
star.
was an action
No,
star.
but Van Damme.
The early to
Let me show
late
you.
90s
No,
was
I
Van
went.
Damme.
You know, I went to watch. You know, we have the cinema.
You had a
We had a
period.
cinema in Madina called Sansi. So I met his brother and myself. Some
Sneak.
Saturday afternoon, we went to watch Lionheart.
Yeah.
And we paid money. We sat there nervously because we are not supposed to go to
Yeah.
Lionheart.
He was this French legend. It was called Leo.
Yeah.
His brother died and he came in to
we-
fight
we-
this
I
guy.
have to
And you
confess,
see-
went to watch it.
Underground.
And you see, a lot of the
Fighting
movies had that.
Hey, it's Wesley Snipes I was asking. The black guy who was in that guy.
Yeah, Snipes.
Snipes.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes.
Snipes.
Yeah,
But I'm saying that if Rambo in his glory
Snipes'
and
performance
Commando
in
in his glory
Demolition
fight.
Man. It's one of the
It's
greatest.
these are-
Rambo for me.
So if I put Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger and I say, use anything, just fight, who will win? The people created the movie should just create some.
Draw fight.
Charlie, it could be nice. Because it's a Rambo, it's a Rambo,
it's
and Rambo
fun.
was fighting in strange places.
Is it?
That's that thing. Rambo, his killers were more evil than.
What are you talking about? Do you know Arnold Schwarzenegger had to deal with Godfrey, the name of the other guy in T1000.
T1000.
The guy in Terminator 2. Robert Patrick. Kilalumi.
Bernard, I think you see.
No. Rambo's
for some reason they don't put them together.
They have to
against each other.
No, we have to make a demand for it. Like Messi versus Ronaldo.
Yes. They'll use stunt doubles all through.
They should settle this matter once and for all, so that we will know who is the best.
This is when we see them in action movies, and we beg them, Charlie, what is this?
Sit down. Before
No, but you know Sylvester Stallone and Schwarzenegger went into politics. What does Sylvester do now?
Oh, it's just
Stallone. He's still in movies. Yeah, he did
and his voice.
Yeah, he's in production now. He has a show called King of Tulsa.
But I know why Rambo wins. His voice.
Yeah,
Stallone.
Stallone.
No, I think what
wait, who bought more?
Schwarzenegger was world bodybuilding champion.
What gave Rambo the advantage? Why are we saying Rambo? Sylvester
Rambo is the name is Rambo.
The advantage was his ability to, at a point, cross over into a bit more serious film. Because if you watch a film like Rocky, Rocky 3, and Rocky 4,
Rocky 3 and Rocky 4, yeah.
Okay.
Rocky 4 was with Dolph Lundgren.
It wasn't all about them. It wasn't all about them fighting.
Yeah, he shifted to show a far more serious side to his skill set.
Yeah. And to add to that, Godfrey, and to add to that,
Mama is in the bush like killing people.
Godfrey, and to add to that, Stallone actually wrote Rocky.
Oh, he wrote
by himself.
So that's the kind of movie he wanted.
So initially, when he shopped it round to the movie, they said, "Charlie, this idea." So he decided to produce his own thing, and he wrote the script.
No, Charlie, Rambo is on the list.
Look, there's a message that confirms that in Ghana, people are thinking about more serious things than that. They say, please, let Sky do a ChatGPT review of Adome's message.
Or Henry from Finland.
Of whose message?
No,
the message, I didn't finish.
Please don't.
It's serious.
The things Kofi Adoma was saying to his wife in the message, I couldn't read it on air.
This guy should do a ChatGPT analysis.
Yeah, he did one.
No, but I want to ask listeners, between Rambo and Commando, like let's settle this matter, because me and Sky will say Rambo. You say Commando, no, in Killers Be Bad.
Commando, no, Charlie, they do things.
Alumi and things.
In Predator, he was facing aliens.
Sure. Predator.
An invisible foe. A foe you cannot see. But he still won.
So okay, who dominated for a longer period in terms of their length of reign in
no, I thought they are still.
So they are contemporaries.
Yes, they are
still. So it's like Messi and Ronaldo.
There's a new
show on Netflix that has Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, Schwarzenegger coming.
And Stallone has a really good show going, King of Tulsa on Paramount.
But why don't we have action heroes like that again?
No, but actually, if you watch Expendables...
No, I'm sorry. Now, who is the new Rambo?
No, we don't.
The form has changed.
Yeah, but why?
Because
we need people like that to inspire us.
There's evolution of film. I mean, the things that so you have more of the
Australian guy. What's his name?
You have Jason Statham.
No, Statham.
You have The Rock.
Scott Atkins.
You have Scott Atkins.
Yeah, we are talking of household names. Oh, that be people.
John Wick.
We are looking at people who can fight with their hands and their brains and everything.
John Wick.
You see the Matrix.
The guy who did.
Have you seen John Wick?
You see what I'm saying is that
Tom Cruise is also there. Big action star.
The one they went to somewhere in the eastern parts of the world to rescue some boy. What's his name?
Steven Seagal?
No, he must be from Australia. The very handsome chap.
Harrison Ford.
You mean Extraction?
Extraction. The guy who did that. He's something
Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, the one with the toy.
What I'm saying is that
Extraction is
when it comes to action hero.
Yeah.
When I mention Rambo, you know who he is.
Oh, Rambo, dear.
When I mention Commando. But these days, we don't know the guys.
You know The Rock. Don't you know The Rock?
Yeah, but I'm saying that they don't have the same iconic... Or they cannot be replaced.
The Rock!
They cannot be replaced.
Someone has even suggested Will Smith.
Will Smith?
Will Smith has done too many things.
Yeah.
So
he's not directly action.
He's not directly action.
Will Smith has done too many things.
But he's done some good
these guys were the defining.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. That's why we have to settle that issue once and for all.
Why won't you add Chuck Norris to the fight?
Yeah, Chuck
Norris will beat them all.
Because of
Guy is actually one of the greatest martial artists ever.
Yeah.
So he would actually win.
Are you saying that those two guys were using stunts?
Yes. Chuck Norris can actually fight.
Chuck Norris can actually
So
fight. Chuck Norris,
No, but you know ball like them.
properly
It's
trained.
not about the ball. Chuck Norris was so good that Bruce Lee sought him out to play a villain
In the way of the
because
dragon.
There had been a build-up that between Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris, who would win a fight.
So Chuck Norris was actually properly trained in it.
Yes, he was. He's a
Chuck
martial
Norris
artist.
was world karate champion
Was
for
world
like
karate
4 or 5
champion
years.
for a while.
This guy too was his name.
Steven Seagal. He's a
trained Aikido.
Aikido.
He did Aikido.
So Chuck Norris versus Steven Seagal, who will win?
Charlie, that's a fight.
Go hard.
That's
Start fighting the bear.
But who is the greatest villain of all time?
That one they had.
In the movie side.
It depends. I mean, each because you
Still Killer Loomis miles ahead.
Another legendary villain is
Killer Loomis.
the guy in the Chinese movies with the white beard.
Chuck Norris was originally an Air Force officer.
Hey, then the guy, he be proper guy, eh?
He was originally
So,
an Air Force.
the acting thing was later in his life, eh?
Yes, because he did the martial arts thing, and then he
was
did
world karate
another
champion.
form of martial arts, which comes from Brazil. They have a Brazilian martial art.
Capoeira style.
Capoeira.
Yeah,
Oh, then Chuck Norris is the main guy.
Yeah, he's diversified.
he's a proper teacher.
So who is the best killer?
I say Killer Lumi.
I say Bolo Yang. That's who the person.
Do you know Bolo? Bolo doesn't say anything in the film. Bolo is the Chinese Hercules. Do you know Chinese Hercules?
Yes.
Now come and shake his for.
How about the one with the white hair? The one with the white hair,
The white beard.
mustache,
Yeah,
and the white beard.
in the Chinese
Killer
movies.
Sala.
Asala.
Killer Sala.
He's a hard guy.
I won't come on my shirt.
Killer Sala. If you watch Born Invisible, you will know Killer Sala.
The
What's the
greatest
name of? There was this
killer of
there
all
was
time.
this cinema hall where the Kaneshie market is. I forget the name. There used to be a cinema hall. We used to run away from Kwalibu
To go and watch the thing.
It's in there.
When they built the Kaneshie market. No, Charlie. Or you go to Polygon. Ofe Cinema.
Do I have any votes on the Commando versus Rambo thing to settle that matter for me before we
Commando versus Rambo. Who win?
Well, I mean,
Me and Sky, they will say Rambo.
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 See?
Rambo be challenged.
Rambo. I mean, if you watch him recently in Expendables, he's still top. I mean, the action sequence that you see. Oh, man, Charlie. When they break somebody's head, neck, you hear it crack.
The kids of today, they are talking about Avengers and these kind of things.
But the Avengers are not strong, eh?
No, Charlie, they are using
AI,
superpowers and they have Loki and things coming to do some things. We are talking about Charlie Brown.
Let's fight.
Yeah, bro, not Charlie, not people who have like
somebody has said, they said
Thor.
Orbit Cinema. I don't know if Savans can.
So Thor will hold his hammer and that's not power.
Rambo.
What?
It's a new one, no.
Somebody says Orbit. Is it Orbit Cinema?
Yeah, Orbit, yes.
Somebody
Yes.
says
Orbit Cinema. Yeah, Orbit.
Orbit Cinema.
Charlie,
Everything was
they
Orbit
said,
Cinema.
okay, somebody says the best killer is Dolph Lundgren in Universal Soldier.
Universal Soldier 1.
Dolph Lundgren in Universal
We didn't know their real names.
We just do the killers.
All we know is that Asra.
No,
But you laugh small.
But this is a good vote. Dolph Lundgren in Universal Soldier was a serious killer.
Good.
The Dolph Lundgren was great.
Oh, the meat pie has been presented. So I want
Oh,
to
they're presenting the meat pie live already.
I threatened my boss that if he doesn't supply meat pie,
They will resign.
The Betty
so Sames has bought meat pie that we will do party. So Nate, I want you to give me some of the. But how good was Wesley Snipes?
Oh no, he was also.
The Snipes is good.
Yeah.
One of the
Yeah, but
best,
at some
one of the
point you got a
best
problem
villain
with the law.
performances I've ever
Demolition
seen
Man.
was Wesley Snipes playing Simon Phoenix.
Yes,
in Demolition Man. Like he was just crazy.
Killed it.
He's a really good actor.
Yeah.
Wesley Snipes is a solid guy.
Tax
So-
issues caught up with him when his star was high. He went to
So Kwesi from Nasuma says his best
Tax.
action hero is Jet Li.
Jet Li.
That's his best action.
Amos Dominion says there's this black guy called Blade. Well, that's Wesley Snipes. He did the.
There was a guy called Tompo.
Yeah.
He did something
He did
with
with
Van Damme.
kickboxer.
If I told you,
Charlie Tompo,
if I
when you
told,
hit him, you just
if
look
I
at
told
him.
you he was Moroccan, would you believe me?
Tompo is Moroccan.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, he's
Moroccan.
Moroccan.
But you see the
Charlie,
series.
Because he's Moroccan born in Belgium.
Charlie, Van Damme, they try everything.
Which is very regular among
No,
the
the
Moroccans.
guy who played Tompo.
Tompo.
Yes.
Yeah, it was solid guy.
King of the Kickboxers.
So that's King of the Kickboxers.
is
King of the Kickboxers is Billy Blanks and Lauren Avedon.
So Tom Poe was which of the
Kickboxer with Van Damme.
Kickboxer,
Yes.
Van Damme, okay.
Long hair. All right, this one says Killer Sala hits you and we hear the sound 5 seconds later.
Who is that?
Hard guy. This one, okay.
But, you have to go into the mind of those who create the villains and how they.
You know, the bit about the Chinese movies that I find
it's
fun.
Blowman and Killer.
Forget it.
What is villain too? I was even confused.
So which is the best killer?
But why is this Blowman? But why is it Blowman?
Yeah, if he get the last blow, the final blow that will finish the killer.
But why do they call the bad guy the killer?
Why is the killer?
They do bad things. So
They kill people.
So Charlie, when you go to Oxford, you know Oxford Cinema?
Who is the killer?
Oxford Cinema is at Newtown. They have a local version of Killer Sla. Some guy with poverty just deal with that way. It say be big man.
The other question I have is, you know there was a main pastime of buying movies. So like you go the cinema, we know if you go.
Oh, yes.
Then you come and now buy the movie to the people.
The next day.
It was a major thing.
Those of us who were in boarding school, primary school boarding school, it was one of the Saturday evening things that you have to come and talk about.
Yeah, because buy the movie.
Oh yeah. Add a few.
Then somebody be adding the lines.
You had 5 Shaolin masters.
Hey, that's a classic.
That's
Sky.
Those are Alexander Fushen and his brothers. Yes.
Oh. Let AI analyze the issue for us.
Rambo and something.
Rambo versus
All right.
Pushing you too much.
Okay, so people are dropping Dolph Lundgren, Jean-Claude Van Damme, who's also Belgian, by the way.
Okay.
This one says, says maybe you guys have forgotten Jean-Claude Van Damme, man, mesh, action. But we've mentioned Van Damme.
So where do Clint Eastwood and Harrison Ford fall in this conversation?
Oh, those are
American people.
The American
people.
America.
While we are at it, we forgot the Indian ones.
Cholet.
but I think Clint Eastwood is important for the Western genre.
Oh yeah.
Of
the cowboy
filmmaking, the cowboy flicks. Yeah. You know, the spaghetti flicks, as they called it back in the day.
What about Liam Neeson? Where do you
Liam Neeson is
okay, but it's because of the Taking series.
I like him.
Liam Neeson is not that about movies.
No, Liam Neeson.
Take him to the fore.
Take him
hard guy.
Yeah, then he did the 18.
The UK. Right?
Yeah.
No, I want Ama Agba Anthony.
Ama Agba Anthony. Oh, Charlie. Then the one that killed it all, Aloski. Look, everybody should go back and watch Najin. Go and watch Najin. Snake Girl.
On music day inside, where Super Odi take do it own song. They say Badi Kobo Badi Fula.
Who is the Winter Soldier? Okay, let me read this message for you. Chuck Norris is the most ruthless killing gang were the bad guys in black mask. Those guys could cut their hands to chase you. The baddest killer was the Winter Soldier. I don't know who the Winter Soldier is.
It's one of the Marvel guys.
Okay.
Aloski says he doesn't rate the Marvel killers.
And Schwarzenegger was also in Conan the Barbarian.
Yes, and Conan the
More
Destroyer.
diverse killers.
And he was the other star in the Red Sonja.
Which has Yo Bruna?
No, that one.
Somebody sent that to me.
Maybe not spelling it well. Maybe you're not spelling it well. Okay.
No, Yo
Bruna is in Moses. The one who played Ramses in Moses.
Oh, the Sakura guy.
With Charlton Heston.
Oh, Charlie,
this is in the 50s. Oh.
The 50s and 60s.
50s and
but he was a
60s,
star there because as soon as I mentioned the person is older than him.
The Ramses guy.
Another popular Indian movie.
Which one?
Yadonki Barat.
but for the new babies, they're Charlie, they were Bahubali.
Thank you.
Charlie, then they lie for that film inside. Charlie Baloski, this one says, Nino Black, he says, he's talking about Boloyon. He says they call him Aigbe Ofoli. AKA. So the nicknames are one. So we used to call him Chinese Hercules. Because there was actually a film called Chinese Hercules that he started. And there's Aigbe Ofoli. AKA Chinese Poto.
Chinese Poto.
Yeah. Charlie, we need to do a proper analysis of this thing. Then you do ChatGPT.
Analysis
because we have to rank the people.
They rank them properly.
I'm telling you, because they've done well in helping us grow.
Oh yeah.
To see the way the world works.
That's right.
ballers and things.
So this one has come from the House of Parliament. They have postponed my man's thing. He's sending me messages. He says that for him, his best is Steven Seagal. And nobody like Steven Seagal is his man. He says he will not let you down. He doesn't lose fight.
But what is that?
He says Steven Seagal doesn't lose fight. No. Steven Seagal will not. If you fight Steven Seagal and you touch him, problem.
Somebody has sent me.
He says Amitabh Bachchan. It's his man.
Amitabh Bachchan.
In the Indian film.
He's an Indian guy. Somebody sent me a picture of Sylvester Stallone, age 70, and Schwarzenegger, age 69. Charlie, the way they boy.
People will just
Charlie.
The way then they hem with the stomach.
but how man people born like this?
Stallone has some swagger, the way they walk.
Yeah, Stallone there.
Kofi Akpabili says Chuck Norris is a big fan of Azuma Nelson.
Is it?
Wow, I can imagine.
Yeah, because Azuma is a real deal.
Yeah, he's a proper fighter.
No, Azuma is.
Norris, he be serious.
Senior guy.
Yeah.
And I watched a documentary, something about the American Air Force. That's when I got to know that he was the original Air Force person.
I wish that he went to do the Delta Force. No, do you know?
I have an answer for you guys. ChatGPT's response to Commando versus Rambo.
Okay, give it to me.
Ultimately, the outcome of a hypothetical fight between these two movie characters may depend on the scenario, the environment, the weapons available, and the motivation of each fighter. It may also be influenced by personal preference and opinions. Some people may argue that Rambo is a more realistic and complex character than Commando, while others may disagree and favor Commando for its fun and over-the-top style. Then second one, Stallone, as Rambo, has more experience in fighting in different environments and situations, such as jungles, deserts, mountains, urban areas. He also has a higher level of stealth and strategy. He often uses traps, ambushes, and guerrilla tactics.
It's called Akpa.
What if it is a trap?
To overcome his enemies. He is skilled with various weapons such as knives, bows, explosives, and guns. However, he may not be as physically strong or resilient as Schwarzenegger, or as charismatic or humorous. Schwarzenegger as Commando has more strength, endurance, as he can survive falls, crashes, explosions, and bullets with minimal damage. He also has more charisma and humor, and he delivers witty one-liners and quips throughout his missions. He's proficient with various weapons, such as guns, rockets, grenades, and flamethrowers. However, he may not be as stealthy or strategic as Stallone, as an adaptable or experienced. Charlie, this is serious analysis.
By the sound like some poster be with the Ghana. It's dicey. If MPP doesn't win, NDC will win.
No, but this is a serious thing. So Stallone, for me, what makes Stallone win is the various environments. The setting for his movies are very diverse. So Charlie,
no, but you should watch his new set, The Expendables. The action in those. Charlie,
does it take you back to the good old days?
Oh yeah. Yes, it does. I mean, serious action. Yeah, I mean, and they brought together some of the finest action stars.
They put the old boys together.
Yeah, I think at some point Van Damme was one of the killer.
Yes, he played the bad guy.
Bad guy.
Yeah, he was the killer. Since today we are using
killer.
And Dolph Lundgren sold them out.
Yes,
trained them.
So, and Schwarzenegger is originally Austrian.
Yes, from Austria. Yes.
But Stallone is
Italian. He's of Italian descent.
Charlie, will resolve the matter when we come back. Stay tuned.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Bet365 is now officially available in Ghana. When you place a pre-match multi-bet on football, you go get bonus up to 70% to your winnings if your bet is successful. You can choose from markets like full-time results and both teams to score, from selected competitions including the Premier League, Champions League, and much more. Get this great offer when you visit the official site at bet365.com.gh. Over 18s only. Terms and conditions apply. Please gamble responsibly.
Mosquitoes come through your door, kill it, we'll kill them for sure. Hey, kill it, we'll kill them for sure. Kill it, insecticide spray, kill it, mosquito call. Anywhere them day, we've got kill it today. Intuntum nintefre, kill it. Wow and wow, kill it. Mosquitoes and insects, kill it. So they come there, yeah. Kill it. Intuntum nintefre, kill it. Wow and wow,
Have you heard? Kill It is back and available nationwide
at all shopping outlets. Buy what kills mosquitoes, cockroaches, and all flying and crawling insects. Use Kill It Insecticide's strong and long-lasting formula that leaves a lingering sweet aroma. Buy Kill It Insecticide. This product is FDA approved.
Sweet, sweet mothers, how could we ever forget you? This year, on Mother's Day, we plan to do quite the festive opposite. What better way to show out for our beloved matriarchs than an entire evening dedicated to celebrating the phenomenon that is motherhood. Mama's boys and mama's girls, for all their love and sacrifices, here comes the ultimate Mother's Day gift. Picture this: a flavorous Ghanaian spread with countless mouth-watering treats, just like Mama's cooking. A glitzy dance floor serenaded by Mama's favorite tunes, just for Mama to boogie. And a stunningly intricate portrait of Mama, just to remind Mama how truly beautiful she is. Join us on Sunday, the 14th of May, 2023 at 4 p.m. for an enchanting evening of appreciation and enjoyment for our feminine support systems. The venue is at the City Gardens, number 5, Ola Hansen Lane, Tesano, and the rate is a cool 350 Ghana cedis. It's going to be an evening of Ghanaian food, dance, and the celebration of motherhood. So book now and secure a seat for Mama at the A Portrait of Mama Mother's Day dinner now. For more enquiries, call 020-5973-973. The A Portrait of Mama Mother's Day dinner is powered by Citi TV with support from Citi FM and is sponsored by Dano Milk and Tasty Tom and supported by the Juice Guy and Verve du Vernet.
In a world that's always moving, it's important to have a bank that shares your values and your spirit of perseverance. A bank that understands what it takes to succeed and is there to help you every step of the way. Whether starting a business, building a home, or planning for retirement, we're committed to providing you with the highest level of service and support. We understand the changing times and are ever ready to partner you. We accept your challenge and are ready to build tomorrow with you because our values of responsible, effective, and decisive, just like yours, have brought us success over the years. And we are committed to helping you achieve your goals today and tomorrow.
Forward together.
Hisense is best known for all your electronic appliance needs, such as television, refrigerator, chest freezer, and air conditioners. But did you know we have laser television, gas cooker, washing machine, smartphones, sound systems, water dispenser, microwave, blender, rice cooker, kettle, iron, air fryer, just to mention a few. Hisense is the only electronic company in Ghana that gives you 5 years manufacturer defect warranty. Visit any of our showrooms in Accra, also in Tema, Kumasi, Takrade, Takwa, Mankesim, Obuasi, Sunyani, Techima, Tamale, Hohoi, Kofodia to purchase any Hisense product at the best price. Hisense means best quality, best durability, best for energy efficiency, best for affordability, best for style, and best for technology. You can always get in touch on 0302 55 0000 or go to www.hisense.com.gh. We are also available on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Hisense Ghana. Hisense, everyday prices for everyday people.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
All right, so time check is 5 minutes. I have a last question for you guys. Last question.
Oh.
Last question.
Mm-hmm.
Let me hear you. GPT has solved the problem, but which of the James Bond movies is the best? And who is the best James Bond actor?
I like the last James Bond movie. I think it's fantastic. It represents everything.
This is
No Time to Die.
Yeah,
this is Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig, and I like Daniel Craig. I think.
Oh, he's your best James Bond?
I think he's my best James Bond. I was leaning heavily towards Sean Connery for a very long time, but I think Daniel Craig, when he was given the role, everybody was like, some way. But
the James Bond.
Why do you like? Is it because of the grit and the
He
human?
bought too much.
No, it don't be that, but he went through phases.
Because James Bond is not supposed to be too much.
But if you follow the storylines,
okay,
Daniel Craig is a representation of Bond pre him being suave.
Okay.
So even normally, the way he likes his martini, shaking, not stirred. If you watch the first Daniel Craig James Bond,
Casino Royale,
that was when he was actually saying, okay, give me this, give me that. And then eventually somebody told him, okay, put this together to make more sense. So he was figuring himself out. And it ends in No Time to Die, where
No Time to Die was solid.
You know, like he's this broken, like he's not superhuman. You understand? He's not
So for you, Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig is my guy.
The James Bond I watched a lot was Roger Moore. So he's very British.
Yeah.
What about you? Who is the best James Bond actor?
I'll have to go with Roger Moore, even though I agree completely with Godfred's analysis on Craig. What I liked about Craig, like he said, when you watch the series or the span of James Bond movies Roger Moore starred in, it almost made him look almost godlike, almost flawless. Nothing could phase him, that kind of thing. And then you see Daniel Craig, who's more human, just like us. He goes through emotions. But I like Roger Moore because of his lineness, his one line, just the witty nature of some of the things he says were brilliant.
And he wasn't that bolet too.
No. He was,
the idea of James Bond being.
Why did he like him like that?
Yeah, no, Government can explain.
Why they liked him?
Why did they like him?
It's the hazard of the job.
What do you mean they liked him? People don't understand.
It's well understood.
It's not 10 o'clock.
How did Pierce Brosnan do as a James Bond?
He did very well.
He did very well.
He did.
Because you see, when he did GoldenEye in '95, the James Bond movies hadn't been shot since
for a while.
Since A View to a Kill.
Yeah.
He gave it life.
So there was a bit of a gap.
Yes, he gave it life and got people interested again in the Roger Moore
How
series.
good was Sean Connery as a James Bond?
Also good.
Sean Connery is good.
He started all of them.
But who's your favorite actor of all time?
Hey.
Your favorite actor?
Just generally?
Okay. Who's your favorite actor in the movie that you say this guy did it? So he acted the movie well. An actor that did the movie well.
2 films.
So I'll give you an example. Like for me, when you see Gladiator and you see this
I love Gladiator.
Russell Crowe.
Oh, yeah,
Russell Crowe did Gladiator in a way that nobody else could.
Yeah.
All right.
I have 2 movies on that list.
Yeah.
First one is Forrest Gump, Tom Hanks.
Forrest Gump.
Yes. And then Bruce Willis, Armageddon.
Armageddon. Nathan, your repertoire of movies is also very big, so I don't know.
Wow.
An actor who you can say in a movie did what like best performance for you.
I've mentioned it once on the show. I'll mention it again. Wesley Snipes as Simon Phoenix in Demolition Man. I have never seen anybody play a bad guy so well. Yeah. Hey. No. Like when I watch, I know this guy. It's not like he's evil. It's just how he carries himself, his goofy nature, but a very dark, sinister mind.
He's a bad man.
Yeah. And then I liked John Travolta. John Travolta and Nicolas Cage in Face Off. Two of them.
Yes. No. I mean, you know the funny thing? That movie confused me because when you watch the movie initially, one is the good guy, one is the bad guy. So my mind couldn't. I couldn't change my mind about who was the bad guy.
Luckily, I watched Face Off many years after it came out. So by the time I saw it, I knew.
Yeah. So it was very weird. Travolta started as the good guy. Became the bad guy.
Castor Troy. You didn't know who was.
Yeah, it was face transplant.
Yeah, so it was confusing. Yeah. So and you are saying Travolta was.
Yes, I thought Travolta did.
Yeah, Travolta was.
I love Travolta in Phenomenon.
Travolta was great in Broken Arrow too.
So who's your favorite actor in a movie you like?
It's a very difficult one, but I would. That's difficult. But I would for Shaggy reasons go with Jet Li. In Fearless.
I can have a conversation with you for 10 hours.
Or maybe in Once Upon a Time.
Let me read a few for you. Mauli Sikata says
Bodyguard from Beijing.
A few suggestions. Al Pacino in The Godfather, according to Mauli.
Yeah, those are classics, you know.
Emmanuel Seram Duku says Ray Jamie Foxx was a good one.
He killed it.
Denzel Washington, Al Pacino. Denzel is awesome. We'll talk about Denzel one day. Yes, then you're right. In terms of best actor range, because when Denzel does a villain, you hate him.
In Training Day.
Denzel is wild though. He can be a good husband, a pastor. No, Denzel is when he acts a bad guy, he looks evil.
Yeah,
Denzel is great. And then a few
House was also a great movie.
a few more recommendations.
That's a good choice.
Anthony Hopkins,
Mel Gibson,
Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anthony Hopkins, Silence of the Lambs.
As Hannibal Lecter.
Yes, as Hannibal Lecter. And then, look, maybe another day we'll do more.
No, the comments are just...
Give me more.
Too many comments to read, Bernard. Maybe tomorrow we'll continue. Let's go and think about the question.
Yeah.
A straight fight between Commando and...
No, but Rambo has won. Rambo won. Because the guy said Rambo can fight in more diverse... Yes, so Rambo has won.
Charlie, which is your greatest actor?
Bernard, please, the meat pie wait for me.
Which is your greatest actor?
Please, thank you for listening. Let the arguments continue in the office and at home. My name is Bernard Avle. I did the show with the whole team. Samen, Sky, Godfred, Nathan, and even Apioko. And Caleb Kuda has the news at 10. Caleb, take it up.
Coming up, NDC presidential hopeful Dr. Kwabena Dufo files interlocutory injunction against the party's presidential and parliamentary primaries this Saturday.